Let's get started. So yeah, we're gonna play some humans today. This is a deck I've played at Dallas, Charlotte, and regionals. So I've played humans in 3 different tournaments, all with mixed results. I didn't day two either Dallas or Charlotte, but I top eighted both classics the next day with humans. So that kind of gave me a weird read on where the deck actually is. Then at regionals, I did super mediocre. I think I went 4-4 or whatever in an 8-round Swiss. So the deck has kind of been underperforming in the biggest of events. I won a classic and then top 8 at a classic, but then both of those opens on this day too, playing the exact same deck, and then regionals I did not do well. So I'm having trouble getting a read. I used to be very, very positive this is the best deck in the format. And I just wanted to try to figure out what the correct version of humans was, but now I'm not so sure. Jonathan Rossum posted on Twitter this week saying humans sucks now, and a lot of people seem to think that Banned Spirits is great, even though Banned Spirits are just adding cards like Reflector Mage to their deck, just putting humans in their deck. I think Zan posted a list that had Meddling Mage in the sideboard, so I don't know. It seems to me that the Spirits deck, if it's adding humans to it, can't be that much better than humans, if better at all. And I don't know, I'm not really a huge fan of Spirits. I think the humans deck is lower to the ground, has more explosive potential, and is just about on par with being able to interact. Not having flying on all your things is kind of rough, and Mantis Rider has to pull a lot of weight in the flying department, but I don't know, I think the deck is still just better, more powerful. It's probably the best Aether Vial deck out there. So here, this is there's not much interesting to talk about with this list. I mean, if anything, there's it's as boring as it comes. It's 4 Kitesail, 4 Reflector, which I had been shaving 1 of each of those previously, and 2 Bugler in the flex slots, basically as stock as it comes. The only thing more stock is probably not playing the second island and instead playing playing the first island and playing the second Seachrome Coast over it. But I've always liked the second island. I think I'm just going to keep playing it. Feel kind of dumb with cards like Gaddock Teeg and Knight of Autumn in your deck, but it's really not that bad. People make it out to be much worse than it is. So yeah, not much actually interesting to talk about in the main deck. It's pretty stock. Sideboard is kind of just a mixture of what people have been doing and what I want to do. Most interesting things here. Well, I don't think I'm supposed to be playing Damping Sphere. What were these? These supposed to be Staticasters? I don't actually know. I'm probably just going to play Damping Sphere, though, because I am a little worried about Tron. But that does give us a lot of cards against Storm. I just noticed there's Damping Spheres in this deck. They're probably supposed to be something else. But either way, we're only on 1 Sin Collector. I am playing Anafenza because I'm a little scared of Dredge, and I think it's really good against the Arclight decks and the Hardened Scales Affinity, which both of which I think are popular. It's also reasonable to bring in against oh my gosh, the Jeskai decks and the mirrors. Anything where just being big is better. Drake, when do you arrive into Baltimore on Friday? Really late, Rudy. My flight lands at 11:50, I think, PM, and then I have an hour drive because I'm landing in DC. So we'll probably be at the hotel around 1. I'm not a fan of Anafenza. Her effect is too late to be of any importance. I don't know. With Mana Dorks, you can play her on turn 2, and she's a little late against Dredge, which is why we have Grafdigger's Cage in our deck. But I think Anafenza has actually been one of the most impressive tech cards I've been playing. Of all the spice I've been playing. We're getting into Philly on Friday to Fusion Meet and Greet. No, dang it. That sounds awesome. I wish I could go. Yeah, there's no way. I just have no PTO, so I have to do this ridiculous flight. I mean, my flight back on Sunday, if I top 8 either the Classic or the Open, if I top 8 either of those events, I'm gonna have to move my flight. So it's just this is live on the edge flights for sure. Anyways, Damping Sphere I've been playing for a while. I'm not sure if I would actually play these Damping Spheres because I don't think they're supposed to be in the list, but I don't know what they're actually going to be instead. I'm actually interested in trying them alongside Grafdigger's Cage, just loading up on the Artifact 8. This is actually a configuration I've been interested in trying. And like these originally I put it in for like Amulet Titan and Tron because those are really big after Charlotte. I'm not sure how big those are actually going to be. It seems like Arclight is like the spice of the week going into this weekend, and that's like kind of the deck I'm most worried about. And the reason I'm legitimately considering coming off humans for this weekend is because of Arclight. The rest of the sideboard's pretty stock. Like I said, only one Sin Collector. Got the 2 Teegs. I never leave home without my Teegs. I don't know. Overall, like, probably the closest to stock humans list I've played both in a tournament and on stream, like, in a long time. But yeah, Rudy, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry I'm not going to make that. But I am excited to try it out. Let's make sure we're not completely broke. Can we afford this? Yes, we got 10 ticks and 100 play points. We got this. Moto broke. All right, let's play friendlies because friendlies always have the most real decks. Uh-oh, that is way too big. Oop. Join league, play some humans, and let's test. So humans and Titan Shift are the 2 decks that I'm most interested in playing. If you're watching on YouTube, this is going to be the human skit for Baltimore. There's going to be, I said skit, whatever, video. There's going to be a video of Titan Shift after this, and if I have time, I might play a 3rd league. All depends on how quickly this goes. But I'm pretty sure I'm playing either humans or Titan Shift. My 3rd choice would be like an Arclight Phoenix strategy. Rudy hit me with the friendly already. Come on. We haven't even played against the bad deck yet. You can't hit me with the friendly yet. Oh, but yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can get this sized appropriately for everybody. Get this chat out of the way. Alright, what are we looking at? A lot of 1-drops. Meddling Mage and Kitesail are attractive, though, so I don't think you can ever mulligan this hand ever. Hand is great. Please don't kill me. But yeah, like, I think Arclight strategies are pretty well positioned for the weekend. The thing is, I think you kind of need to be one of the ones to figure the deck out. Like, I think there's a lot of experimental stuff being tried. Like, I know Ross is playing, like, 4 Crackling Drake in his deck, and, like, that's a lot of Crackling Drakes. I'm a big fan of Crackling. I call taken turns for match 1. Well, it still could be taken turns, but they'd have to be playing red, which doesn't seem ideal. Why do they have a stop in my upkeep? I don't understand the people that just like default having a stop in the upkeep. Stuff does not happen on the upkeep very often. Let's lead on Vial so we can have an impactful turn 2. Let's close this for now. Till we're sure. Could be fetch land storm. Could also be like, whoa, that's so aggressive. Kind of looks like Wizards or like an Arclight strategy. There's a lot of blue-red decks in Modern right now. People are excited to play their blue and red cards. I really like the Grixis list that was played in Vegas. Yeah, that's Ross Merriam's deck that has like 4 Crackling Drakes in it. He said he didn't like Crackling Drake very much, and like that's a good example of like something that is being tried but like is not necessarily like proven to be good or anything yet. So I'm tempted to Kitesail here. I'm also tempted to double Champion just to get them in play. Champions pair well with 2 spelling a turn. Like, I can 2 spell a turn next turn. It is just unfortunate we lost our Aether Vial, but I think I'm going to put 2 champions into play because it's the most aggressive. And, like, I think pretty much no matter what, we're going to be the aggressor in this match. So, that's my logic. Might be bad. I can live with that. But, like, it is attractive to get Kitesail and then set up to, like, Meddling Mage cards that they have in their hand next turn. Wait, let's play a champion. Boop. Wait, let's play another champion. But I'm interested in just, like, kind of getting the damage flowing. I don't even remember, Jacob. What was the black for in that Grixis list? Was it just for sideboard cards? I think it was. Because, like, Ross wrote his article about potentially splashing other colors. But I don't have the deck list memorized. Also, if you get them the 4 toughness, they're literally unkillable. Yeah, basically. Unless they have, like, Roast or Harvest Pyre. But apparently they're just Serum Visions Opt Tribal. Truthfully, this could still be a thing in the Ice deck or a Storm deck. Although a Braid in the main deck's pretty aggressive, so it's probably not Storm. But, like, it wouldn't be the most egregious thing I've seen, like, Caleb do or whatever, you know? I haven't looked at Caleb's most recent list. It could have a Braid in it, and it could just be, like, dumb. But I'm putting my money on it's not. Jeez, we've drawn a land, I think, for every draw step this game. Human. Okay. Black. Colorless. Let's cast a Freebooter, get all our stuff killed, etc. Bolt! Oh no! This is kind of a sweet spot too, because like with this setup where like it's going to grow my champions, they're incentivized to use the removal like as soon as possible on like my champions. And that just means that my Kitesail is like that much more likely to live after taking a spell. Hey, look, we blanked. Never mind, we're just not going to take a spell. All right, double snap. What is it? Tarn, thing in the ice. You know, this is a good point to test, because this deck is the exact reason why I don't think I want to play humans this weekend. Is this exact deck? Like thing in the ice feels like such an uphill battle to beat out of like when you're playing humans. You just like pick your whole board up and then here's a 7/8 and it's just like, okay. Even Reflector Mage, it doesn't feel that good. What's going on, Billy? How's it going? Fetch. Deal. I wonder why they passed the second main. Like, I actually legitimately have no idea. This Meddling Mage will still be good. Like, they have 2 cards in their hand. They're pretty incentivized to, like, hold up mana, I think. And then, like, this Meddling Mage is going to be pretty good. Okay, never mind. We're just probably going to get 2 Snapcasters. Ah! Blockers! Oh, no! Really want to draw a spell. Spell. That's not a spell. It's kind of a spell, but not really. Alright. Blue. I mean, it does kind of speak to the power, I guess, of humans. It could still be a spell. It just, like, is a more expensive spell. Let's name Snapcaster Mage, which are the only 2 cards in their hand. That seems like a good name. No real sense in attacking for 3, although next turn we hopefully get to attack for 4, but we do get to attack them for 1. There you go. Take 1. Hey-ya. And then we will plan to crack our Canopy on end step. Started up artifacts. Cactus Courier with a lot of numbers. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. You're the best. Going alright. Just left some games of Overwatch. Sorry, but I forgot about the new game. Ritual of turning the sound on 90% so I don't go deaf. Dang, Opt was an insane draw for our opponent. Like, it lets them, like, get a cantrip train going and maybe, like, actually be able to cast their thing in the ice. They put 1 card on bottom. That's great. Hopefully they draw land. We could probably need them to draw lands. Like, we probably need them to draw, like, 1 or 2 lands in a row, to be honest with you. Although it's a card they're not casting. So it could be a Snapcaster Mage. I would really like for it to be a Snapcaster Mage. This gets our guys the 4/4s, and that card's just great. So I guess you just play Mantis Rider. Like, the chances that, like, we know they have 2 Snapcasters and another card. The chances it's a Lightning Bolt, it has to go after this no matter what. And in that case, I want to get this to 4. And, like, they could just bolt in response. Or it's a land or a Snapcaster, so I don't know. I'm just going to play this Mantis Rider. I don't think there's any way they're actually interested in shooting it, so here's a Mantis Rider. Ride the Mantis. Go get him, Tiger. Ooh, Modern, I see. Yeah, Ark. We got Baltimore this weekend. Otherwise, I'd be playing Legacy, because you know I'd much prefer Legacy. But we got to play Modern this weekend, so don't really have much of a choice, unfortunately. All right, we don't want to give them like any good blocks. Although they can't flash in the Snapcaster Mages, so maybe it's free to attack with this. I don't really know what attack with this actually accomplishes. So I'm just gonna hold back the Meddling Mage and attack with these 3. Hiya! Die! We have a reasonable clock now. This Mantis Rider was a great draw. That card is very, very good. Honestly, I've made the case multiple times. I think Mantis Rider might just be like the best card in this deck. It really is the glue that like turns all this mopiness into like a real clock. They actually had a Lightning Bolt? No! Why did they take damage here? I don't understand why they didn't just like bolt. I guess it doesn't really help like at all to do it pre-combat, because you have to bolt that so that you can snap bolt, but like still it just doesn't feel, it feels like you maybe get a save damage. I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge metal fan. Hey Artificial, thank you very much for the resub. I appreciate it. I still got a cube draft for you. Although we may have to do like an extra stream or something, because I'm probably gonna do standard next week for the Invitational, and So I have to like find time to do the Modern Cube. I don't know when it ends. I'll have to look that up. You dead? Definitely, but testing for paper events always feels good. Man is more fun. Oh, I see it. Just like, it didn't show me the emote. Why does it do that? Anyways, yeah. Yeah, I'd much rather be playing Legacy, to be honest with you. The fuck, it doesn't work? Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why the emotes aren't working. I don't know why they're not coming through. Whatever. Did you end up playing any of the classics that weekend? What weekend, Cactus? What weekend are you talking about? Oh, good. Now that Chris is here, we continue. Yeah. that conversation was quite intelligent. Opponent drew like fire. Yeah, opponent didn't draw too bad. Did not draw too bad. Although, what do we do? Snap opt. We know they have one more Snapcaster Mage, so this is our last turn of actually being able to get in damage, assuming they don't have, like, just bounce my thing. So this is just, like, a weird spot, right? Where, like, do we know they have an instant? I don't think we do. What do they do with this opt? They put a card on bottom. So there's a chance they're just dead to this Mantis Rider. Like, they have to have a 1-mana instant here. We know there are other cards of Snapcaster Mage. If they don't have it, we win, because we got plenty of power in the air. If they do have it, we're incentivized to just, like, go to combat, right? Whatever. I'm probably just going to play this Mantis Rider. Whatever. We're probably not winning the game holding back, like, ever, because they just have a million thing in the ice. Hey! Got there! Take that. Man. Thing in the ice normally feels so unbeatable, but our opponent actually could have drawn a little better. Like, if they did draw a 1-mana instant there, like, we were pretty SOL. We're going to take, like, 1 billion damage. And we would have to draw a land to be able to double Mantis Rider. Vegas? Yeah, Cactus. I played the Legacy Classic in Vegas. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, what's good, Drake? I played against you round 9 at Vegas. I was on Eldrazi Post. There were 2 enjoyable games. I had no idea you streamed. Oh, okay. Sorry. I had to scroll back up. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. I played in the Legacy Classic, but I was sick. So, like, I actually feel bad because, like, all my opponents that day, I just, like, such a, like, zombie. I was like, I felt so awful. Like, the first 3 rounds, I was all right. But, like, afterwards, I, like, sat down in front of every opponent. I was like, please excuse me for, like, for like, not being very, like, interactive or like kind of being like robotic. Like it's not you. Like I literally just like don't feel well. I want these cards. I kind of want this because stupid thing in the ice is normally unbeatable. I don't think this card's that good. I think this card's kind of a trap. So I'm not really like it's attractive because they have a lot of red removal and like I don't know sometimes Bedlam Reveler to bring that card in. I just don't think it's good. Most of these other cards are just like bad. So let's see what actually just sucks. Kitesail is not the most attractive, but it's fine. This card is bonkers. This is actually probably the best card in the matchup, to be honest with you. I think we need this. So it's all about like what's really not great. I think Thalia's Lieutenants are kind of medium. I'm interested in kind of cutting 2 of those. Meddling Mage is like kind of medium. The question is how much do I want to shave in all this? Actually, while I have a little bit of time, I think I'm going to open up a sideboard guide that I used for regionals. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so I ended up going 3 and 4 in that classic because I was just like sick. I like played it out and like posted on Facebook that I was like on Twitter that I just should not have played. Like after I was like really feeling sick, I should have just dropped. But like I was like I'm in the points race, so it like felt really attractive. That was like I need to play. And like I did, but God, I felt awful. Like I basically Ubered straight back to the hotel and went to sleep. Which sucks because like, you know, you're in Vegas, you just want to do a bunch of like stuff because you're there. Alright, we gotta make another decision. They have a Braid. Is Vial attractive? How many Vials do I want? I almost want to cut one on the draw. God, that's monstrous. But I kind of want to do it. I think I'm going to do it. This sideboarding feels weird. Yeah, we'll cut on the Meddling Mage first. Yeah, we'll do this. Maybe the Thalia's Lieutenant should be in our deck. Meddling Mage does not feel very good. Boop. Yikes decisions. Drake paid $40 for a point. Basically, I mean, yeah, like... Snap bolting the Rider was sloppy. No snap bolting the Rider. Well, I don't know if they had an opportunity, Denise. D-Nice. D-Nice. You're going to be D-Nice. I I don't think they had an opportunity to, because the land they had for their land for turn was tapped. So like after they bolted and they untapped and like, what did they do? They like snap bolted. No, they snap opted. You're right. They should have snap bolted. No, you're right. I thought they snap bolted something, but they did not. Yes. They wanted to flick their thing in the ISIS, so they went for the high risk, high reward play, which, I mean, whatever. I don't know what the chance, I don't know what their decklist looks like, so I don't know what their chance of hitting was. But you are correct, and I'm dumb. This hand's great. I don't know why I'm still staring at it. Dennis. All right, Dennis. Sorry. Hopefully you get the D-Nice joke at least, the Key and Peele scan. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that. It has like 1 billion D views. They had 4 lands. They could have done it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm dumb. I is dumb. Don't hate me. Sure, we'll lead on this land. Why not? Punish me. I don't know what punishing me for leading on Seachrome Coast. I like always try to find reasons why like playing this land over this land is correct, even though it's like super marginal. But these are the things I think about. These are the things I spend my energy thinking about at opens and stuff like that. As I sit here and stare at my lands, like, what punishes me for playing this first land? And it's like the most marginal thing in the world. They have nothing to say about this. All right. Yes. Blech. So the question is, do I ever want to have Phantasmal Image be something? I think we just hold on to Phantasmal Image, which feels really weird. And like, I don't want to crack my lands either because I want to play like Mantis Rider and then make another one. So I guess because Aether Vial gives us such a mana advantage over our opponent, we don't want to play into our opponent's game of just like playing one thing and having it get blown up. So like, I'm actually kind of fine just passing here, to be honest with you. It's like a little attractive to like make a champion and image it and just have like use my mana efficiently and start like being aggressive, but like they want to just like kill one thing a turn, so I am pretty here for making them use their mana, like, or at least trying to tax all of their mana, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like here, like if they're incentivized to bolt this, well then that lets me untap and go like Mantis Rider Image, potentially. Although I'm probably just going to hold the image. Fetch, shock, go. Yeah. Gee, I wonder what you have. Boop. Alright. White. Wait, actually, that can't be white. This specifically has to be blue. This specifically has to be red. This specifically has to be white. Alright, we've successfully cast the Mantis Rider. Champion in an image sounds like a stellar way to get slaughtered by a lightning bolt. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is an attractive play, though. Like, it's like, well, this lets us curve out and use our mana. What are we doing? Burst lightning? Gosh, I wish I had it. This was a Thalia's Lieutenant. Ugh, we could blow them to the moon. All right, we're gonna see if they'll let me image. We always have the option, like, not to put a human in here. I wonder... What are they doing? Huh. I wonder if I'm not supposed to put image in. No. Probably not. I think I'm not going to put image in. Gosh, Vial's so great. You just get to, like, choose not to do stuff. I still don't want to champion the Parish that badly, so we'll just say no. We have 2 Horizon Canopies, so, like, if their plan is bolt all of our stuff to death, like, we're going to win that plan. Like, them not having a thing in the ISIS game is, like, really important for us. They did successfully sniff out Phantasmal Image over Thalia's Lieutenant, which congratulations to them. It's good. Abrupt Offset. What's going on, brother? Don't put in anything. I'm in on not putting image in. Yeah, definitely agree. They can put you on blue-white spirits? What do you mean? Champion and image. Human sucks? Tiffany, why are you so wrong? For somebody with such intelligence, how are you so wrong? Alright, do I want to take this up to 3? I have 2 3-drops in my hand, but it lets me... I like being able to hold up the image, so I'm just like, no, I'm going to. Plus, there's once again more 2-drops in our deck than 3-drops. No. Watch, we're going to draw like a Bugler here and feel like just super, super stupid. Drawing a land's not awful because we have canopies to crack next turn. This like just looks like a snap bolt waiting to happen. Maybe I should have cut some Reflector Mages. Like I feel like I needed them because of the thing in the ice. But like if their plan is to turn into this like terrible control deck, like these cards might just be kind of bad, and I just don't need that many. I mean, also like I don't know, picks up picks up like Revelers in response. Yeah, I think I'm just going to like... Yeah, I think we're just going to play a Mantis Rider. Boop. We'll hold up Image. Hold up Image forever. What's this deck? This deck is humans. Creatures with a human type. Wait, that's an illusion. It's kind of a human. It is very akin to a human. Like, being able to, like, kind of, like, force them to, like, hold up 2 removal spells is pretty nice. Although holding up 2 removal spells is really stupid because they can just, like, kill the image with the other one. So, yeah, like, I'm kind of fine with this trade. Yes. Make a Mantis Rider. Boop. I have a Mantis Rider. Lots of bolts. Lots of bolts and burst lightnings. Your move, opponent. Your move. They got 5 cards in the hand. We got 2. We are ahead on mana. Snapcaster's fine. Reflecting Snapcaster does not seem powerful. Can I choose not to? Oh, we just don't have an option. Perfect. Okay. Man, Horizon Canopy is good in this deck. Correct. Shall we sack Canopy and get more info? We are going to do that right now with this trigger on this deck. I'm not yielding. I'm not auto yielding, right? Yeah, cool. All right, let's get more info about what we want to do this turn. Because if we hit a Bugler here, I think I want to... Well, there you go. I think I want to put it on 3. Okay. That's enough 3 drops that I think convinced me to put it to 3. Gosh, look how smart and thin I am. Do I want to Kitesail first? I'm pretty sure I'm Kitesailing no matter what. Although, if I hit an image, I want to do that instead. So let's do the Bugler first no matter what. Yes, Bugler. Bugle, bugle! The horny boy. Ooh, another Bugler, you say. I don't mind if I do. No, I feel really smart and thin for putting this vial on 3. Because we have lots of mana to use. Alright, black, black. Here's the Kitesail. Uncounterable Kitesail. No days in that today. Boop. What? Look at all these magic cards. Ral, Izzet Viceroy. That's a magic card, I guess. Counter spells are embarrassing. Cryptic Command's pretty good, but they can't cast it. I'm never taking Ral. I guess, like, I don't care about any of the cards there. I think I'm just taking Cryptic Command. Yeah, we'll take Cryptic Command. It's like probably best card in their hand. So they're in a pretty bad spot. Missing these land drops is not good for them. They're probably pretty upset about that. If only Days was legal in Modern, dude, you never know, man. Got to play her on Days. Disrupting Shoal. We played her on Disrupting Shoal. That's actually in Modern. Alright. Alright, we can just like always know and always yield to this, I think. Yeah. Because there's nothing we want past 3. So another Vial. So good. They drew a land. They have... We know their hand. It's like... Not these cards. It's these cards. Jeez, these cards are bad. They're a land away from Ral, which like kills a guy, right? But we can like Violate another Bugler. I guess we just do that now. Let's lead off with a Violate another Bugler and see what we get. See what we get. Spell Snare keeps us from casting Image, so we would have to do that after they cast Ral. Never lucky. Never lucky, chat. Oh, blech. Well, let's crack this Canopy and see what we end up with. Then we can cast a Vial if they want to counter it, and they can. Let's go to combat first. It doesn't really matter the order, but I don't know. Makes me feel better. They go to 8. No blocks is interesting there. I guess they're trying to block for Ral, but like, I don't know. It does feel like they're dying pretty quickly. They're just not in a good spot, I guess. So like, protecting Ral is great if they can just like shoot this, block for Ral. How much loyalty does Ral have? 1 billion? Because the 2. So you can't really kill this because then it still dies anyway. Awkward. Let's play this Aether Vial. See if they're interested in countering this. My counter spells are never really going to have targets, so I feel like they're pretty incentivized to counter that. Put this on human. And I think we're good to go. So they need to land. They need to land even be in this game. A sweeper is obviously like the best thing they can have. But sweepers are going to be good at every point in the game, I think. Whoa. Spell Snare. Dude, Spell Snare is great. I can Spell Snare. S-N-A-R-E. There you go. Spell Snare. Ooh. 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 Yes. I want to use the counter. Yes. Hierarch. Boom. Look at that. So we can pick up Snapcaster. Doesn't do anything. So let's just go to combat. This is the part of Magic in this game where I guess there's not a lot to think about. You just slam these Vigilante boys into obvious removal. Snap, bolt the Kitesail probably. It's weird. I feel like they're incentivized to bolt a Militia Bugler, but getting a Cryptic back is pretty attractive. Very interesting spot they find themselves in. Ah, yes. Look how good they are at Magic. Probably going to bounce one, which feels a little stupid, but it's a good tempo play. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay. 4 damage. Divide Aether Vial, put in Reflector Mage, and bounce a Snapcaster Mage. Boop. Pick that up. That's just professional play right there. Always pick your opponent's Snapcasters up. Bolt that guy, take 2, go to 5, and you kill your Snapcaster. Deal. I guess we'll pass. Big brain. I got the biggest brain. See? Got a big old head. OMG, we can copy snap. Yeah, we can snap. Phantasmal Image. We'll snap that. That's a spell, right? It's a spell in the stack. Noble Hierarch. They're probably just tapping my stuff, so I wonder if you're even supposed to put in Hierarch here. Boop. Alright. I think we can always know this one now. Always know, no. Oh, well. F. I just messed up. It's okay, though. They have to tap my stuff. So we still get to main phase the thing. Can I undo that? No, I cannot. That's awkward. I guess we turn this off. Remove. They're letting me attack. Wait, are you gonna snap a bolt? Okay. Actually might lose here because of not taking this vial up too, because like I need to be able to copy a Reflector Mage to Reflector this. Right? I'll like get them to 1. They still have Cryptic Command. So it's actually probably fine. But they still have Spell Snare. Well, it does leave them dead to a Mantis Rider, right? Like if they Cryptic me next turn. So we're still drawing life to that. We get to put in our other Hierarch at instant speed. Yep, they still have Spell Snare, so we have to just like say go. Probably never a winning game for them. They need a sweeper to even really get back in this. Burst Lightning. That's pretty good. It's actually really good. Deal. Deal. If they bolt this, if they like play Ral and bolt this, we get to like put in Hierarch and then copy a Hierarch and hit him for 3. Hopefully that's what they do. Scrub. Yes, J-Train. Quite scrubby. You came in just in time to see me miss an Aether Vial tick up, which hopefully will not matter. I don't know that I want to put in this Hierarch. I guess I do because I want to take the Vial up now. That might have been another misplay. Just gonna play. Should play really bad in the face of a Cryptic Command. That's actually why Cryptic Command's good for the record, chat. Cryptic Command's good because it's very good against scrubs. And so, as you can see, it is very good against me. Stop auto no. And then we auto no here. Boop. Awkward. Yeah, I guess we can't grab. All right, we'll cast the Hierarch. We can't grab it. We can't grab a Mantis Rider with Bugler, so we have to just kind of like let this happen. Like, we don't get to vial it in after the cryptic command and like potentially hit a Mantis Rider and like Mantis Rider them, which is such a flavor feel. I'd love to do it. Why are there cards in this deck? This card doesn't hit. It's just bad deck building. Route doesn't even kill Bugler. It does. Oh, not anymore. Yeah, they flashbacked all their spells. You're right. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. That seems much worse than drawing a card here. Deal. So I don't want to give them an opportunity to bolt my Bugler in response to this. And I kind of want to have the Vial up, so I'm going to just like do this now with mana. Jeez. Well, those are good Magic cards. We can put any of them in at instant speed. That's pretty attractive. I guess I take Thalia because it's a lethal threat. Thalia is pretty attractive. I think that plays around Sweeper the best, right? Although Champion, like Thalia's Lieutenant stops the damage-based sweepers. I think I'm just gonna go with Thalia's Lieutenant. Actually, this is pretty weird. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Thalia's Lieutenant. And let's just play another vial. Pass the turn. Man, imagine if this was a Recruiter. Yeah, I mean, Recruiter would be much better, right? Recruiter would basically always just be much better. I haven't seen an Arclight yet out of my deck, out of my opponent's deck. I don't know if they would board them out ever, but that would appear to be pretty wrong. So there's obviously no reason to do it now. Wonder if this is still like auto node. Let's find out. Let's see if I can mess up my vials more. This one, no. This one, you gonna let me? Yes, cool. Reflector Mage. It's an interesting one. So another cryptic keeps them in the game. That's basically it. Kind of bad. I'm tempted to just attack with everything. I think I will. In case they have another Snap Bolt action going on. Because, like, if they Snap Bolt, they can block. Well, that doesn't really do much. Yeah, we'll just attack like this. Like, this doesn't play around, like... Like I don't think they have Cryptic Command, otherwise like Cryptic Command could kind of blow us out by like them bouncing it. But like I like that this kind of forces action on like if they have a damage-based removal spell. Did I know about the Snapcaster Mage? I guess I didn't. Okay. Doop doop doop. This isn't Phoenix, it doesn't play Snap or Cryptic. Yeah. I mean, it's just weird that it's like a Thing in the Ice control deck. I've never really seen one of those. As soon as I see Thing in the Ice, I'm thinking Phoenix. This is not actually the deck I wanted to test against. I wanted to test against Phoenix, but this probably also isn't a great matchup. This is Burst Lightning. Is Burst Lightning instant? It probably is. I don't even actually know. This card is so unplayable. Yeah, sure. Whatever. I mean, they're just treading water, so go. You can't really Burst Lightning this. You can Burst Lightning that guy. He's gone. He dead. Is Blue Moon? Yeah, you're probably right. I haven't seen Blood Moons either. Do you leave in if this is Blue Moon? Do you leave in Blood Moon against humans? I've had mixed results like seeing Martyr Pyromancer and like other like Blood Moon decks, like leaving in Blood Moon against this deck. Like they just like Abrade and Colligon's commands these down, like these things down, like this, just kill them all. Like it'd obviously be bad here, but like I've played against Mario Pyromancer and had Blood Moon be pretty good. Crackling Drake. Oh, that gets Reflector Mage pretty cleanly. So I think I'm pretty fine with that. I think Balancing Snapcaster might be the spewiest play I've ever seen you make. Dude, you have to! You had to there. It was just correct. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. There's a printer going in the background. Assume the wife's printing something out for med school. Though I don't know why that had to happen now. Tilt. I think if I'm supposed to vial this Thalia's Lieutenant and stuff. I think I am. Just like put a bunch of lethal attackers into play. I think I'm going to do it. If they have bolts, I think we still win. So, boop. Here you go. Trigger in the stack. They're going to vial in. Oh, well, they don't even want to play Magic anymore. I guess they just have, like, nothing, right? Alright, well, 2-0 over some kind of blue-red control deck that looks like it's supposed to be good against humans. Like, I would think Thing in the Ice and a bunch of removal spells, it's like Snapcasters and stuff, would, like, supposed to be really good against humans. Like, not actually being that good against humans. I've been playing humans for a long time, and I can say that Blood Moon hurts humans. Unless your deck somehow survived the Bolt Barrage. Yeah, like, I don't know, it's been hit or miss. Like, I literally had a Mardu Pyromancer opponent, like, slam a Blood Moon on 3 before with no black. Like, they didn't have a swamp. And I, like, vialed in a Mayor just to, like, put something into play, assuming it was going to die. It, like, flipped. Didn't die. I took my Vial up to 3 to, like, have Night of Autumn ready to go, and, like, just, like, ended up not blowing it up. Like, I, like, literally never blew the Blood Moon up because it was just, like, stopping my opponent from casting spells. And I was like, well, okay. Like, deal. You know? Sure, if you're going to let this Mayor live, it's going to start producing tokens and we're just going to win. But I have had games where they're like, alright, cool, like, bolt your Noble Hierarch, like, Colligon's Command your Aether Vial, Blood Moon you, and I'm just like, well, I'm dead. So, I don't know, it's been super hit or miss. It's hard to know, like, on which decks, like, I would leave Blood Moon in, which ones I wouldn't, but I have not liked it. I wonder if I'm supposed to keep this. On the draw, we have 19 lands. Like, this hand's, like, obviously very good if we draw a land. Like, it's got a lot of, like, interaction, got a lot of quick pieces. I think I'm just gonna mulligan this. Gosh, I really want to keep this, though. This is really close. Chat, should we keep this? What do you guys think? We got a peanut gallery here. What are we thinking? That's a real hard keep. Could lose the Inquisition or Bolt. No, you're right. I mean, we couldn't lose because, like, if we draw the land, right? I mean, we're still not even dead to Inquisition or Bolt because, like, we still get to cast our spells. Like, it all hinges on us actually drawing a land. Yeah, J-Train, I think that doesn't matter. I think that's like pretty results oriented because like their hand just like didn't function for 5 turns, like they were just treading water. So like I'm not really sure like if that I think that resource trade was reasonable. Heck 'em up with this, you guys like keeping. All right, you know what? We're just gonna keep it. We're not here for real testing, right? We're here to scrub out of an open, go to like a Baltimore aquarium. You hear that's fun, and go do that. We're not here to play Magic. Scalding Tarn Pass is, like, atrociously bad for keeping this hand. Well, we drew another guy. It's, like, one of the acceptable draws. It's not, like, an insane draw. Oh, just made that bigger. But it's not great. It's not great. Is an easy patented Morales keep? I don't know about that. It's a... I don't know. Is that the kind of hand you keep, Lucas? Because I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I don't like these hands. These hands, they're like, there's 18 lands left in the deck. Like, they're in the tank about my Noble Hierarch. They're thinking about mental misstepping it. They're like thinking about whether or not they want to fetch and shock to mental misstep it, or if they're just going to bolt it. I think mental misstepping is probably correct, but yeah, I don't know. I want to keep this because I just like want to see if it works out. Like this hand looks very good. Gamble, big win, baby. Big win, big baby. Oh, gamble big, win big, baby. I see. Yes. We're gambling big. Although, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. If you've, like, having gone to Vegas now, the people that gamble big generally don't always win big. They usually also lose big. Land, Vial are good draws. Well, Vial's not a great draw, right, because of Ziggurat. Another Noble or Champ are okay draws. I like these chances. Yeah, Dennis, I think that's a fine assessment. I mean, we drew okay. Like, you know, like, a land would be insane, because then we get to, like, play, like, a 2-drop plus Noble. Like, this is a pretty attractive turn once we figure out what's going on here, although our opponent's in the tank card. Noble Hierarch's a pretty scary card. They don't know if they should bolt it or not. It's not a bird. It doesn't have the creature type bird. They've always heard bolt the bird, it's not a bird. I don't know what to do. But we can also just, like, if it turns out they're on, like, Jeskai or something, and by some miracle they, like, don't kill this, we can just, like, slam a turn 2 Bugler and, like, be in a pretty alright position. I don't know. There's a lot of things we could do here. If it turns out to be Storm and we draw the land, we get to, like, Reflector Mage their creature, which is Basic Mountain. Basic Mountain. What plays Basic Mountain after Steam Vents? You gonna let me untap? Like, what? I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening. Opponent, what are you doing? Cavern is, like, actually a perfect draw. I think we're just going to slam Bugler here. Because I don't know what's going on, and, like, I just, like, want to set my hand up to have a really impactful double spell turn. Although, if I want a double spell turn, I probably should play a second Hierarch. Ugh, this is hard. I'm just going to play Bugler. I don't want to think too much. Thinking is bad for you, Chad. If you're playing Modern and you find yourself thinking, it's just, you're in a bad spot. Just slam your stuff. No possibility of gamble big, lose big whatsoever. Correct. This is rewarded stream only. This is all professional stream. As you can see, we very professionally drew Cavern of Souls, professionally named Human, and are now probably professionally playing the wrong card. In conclusion, we can say it's a border keep and on the wrong side of the border. Really? Dennis, you think Ziggurat is what swings it to a mole? You think, like, the fact that this is a Ziggurat, not something that casts a Vial, swings this into being a mulligan? I can actually see that argument. That's, like, a fair argument. I just, like, I don't know that, like, I didn't think it hinged on that specific card being a live draw as, like, what makes or breaks the hand. Like, that sounds weird to say. Oh, man. Let's see. Our opponent likes to think. See, chat, I told you, if you're thinking, you're doing something wrong. They're doing something wrong. They also played Basic Mountain in their deck. I don't know what's happening. We're probably going to lose to whatever's going on that side of the table. But, dude, it could still be like Bring to Light, Scape Shift. Whoa. They play Basic Mountain. I hope he gets stormed out on turn 3. Probably will, like, honestly. Like, they might just go, like, creature kill you here. If they don't, we're in a pretty good spot against Storm. Like, we have a Meddling Mage, and, like, this is resolving. Unless they have, what's the card? Oh, gosh. Unsubstantiate. That still bounces it, even though it's uncounterable. Ziggurat means only land is a good draw. Makes a difference. Well, Noble Hierarch was still an okay draw, right? We had established that that was an okay draw. Opponent, you alright? Hello? Do we hit him with the S-Lizard? We can hit him with the S-Lizard in the chat. They haven't said anything, though. I hope they're on Bring to Light. Only 8 mountains left already. I mean, we're not gonna... We have no way to tax their land count. We can't, like... We can't Field to Ruin them. We can't, like... We have no way to tax their mountain count. Land equals good. Vial equals okay. Right. But in your assessment, you had said that, what's it called? Noble Hierarch was still an okay draw. I mean, that's what we drew, right? Like, this is no punishment stream. Thank you for accepting so much input. No problem. I mean, that's what we're here for. Like, I don't know what the point of streaming is if I'm just gonna, like, sit here and, like, play Magic. Like, legitimately, I probably could have played the last game, like, a little better. But, like, I'd much rather be interacting with you guys, getting you guys' input, whether or not it's actually useful or not. Looking at you, Mr. Ape Emojis, Mo1738. But... I mean, I'm streaming because I think it's a cool way to hang out with friends. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys have ever done Discord calls with your friends to, like, just play Magic, but a lot of times that's pretty serious. Like, I like this kind of environment because, like, it lets me, like, just kind of clown around, play Magic, and then, like, I have a bunch of you guys here to, like, just tell me I'm an idiot, tell me some good plays, help assess hands, like what we just did there, like, helping assess like opening hands. Like I really enjoyed that. So that's I mean, it's sort of like most about streaming. So I'm always going to err on the side of interacting with chat versus like trying to focus on a game of Magic and win a game of Magic. Like my win rate on stream is not important. Although I guess I technically am testing for Baltimore, so I care a little bit about the way things play out. But as long as I stay realistic, like as long as I'm realistic about what's happening here, like if I lost because I was like interacting with chat and like just punting left and right, but like that was a very winnable game, like that's a reasonable conclusion to make. Whereas like I just like don't care at all about my actual win rate. I care about being slam ape emojis. Yeah, that is the proper way to interact with a streamer is just slam ape emojis. I'm here for it. But yeah, I don't know. Streaming is not serious enough, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I just don't take streaming serious enough. Maybe that's a flaw on my part. But like, I just like, no, I don't care about what happens in this game. Opponent at 18 minutes. I do care about whether or not my opponent plays Magic with me. Oh, there we go. They found a solution. Counter it. That resolves. You may draw your card. I love how okay. Can we talk? Can we talk about my opponent just tanked for 5 minutes and then like elected to like remand my creature? No, they're probably just cycling the remand because we have Cavern, right? Like this probably isn't like an atrocious play. I just like can't get over the fact they tank for 5 minutes and are like, all right, I'm gonna try to counter this uncounterable spell. You got it. I've been blown out. Take a Phantasmal Image. We're gonna make a billion buglers. Oh man. You know what's great about Arena? What's great about Arena? Tell me something that's great about Arena, Mr. Butter. You don't get to tank for 5 fucking minutes. I mean, honestly, Arena's like you can douche people hard on Arena, right? Because like you can just like rope every single turn, and like that still takes a long time to rope every turn, and all you have to do is take an action to like reset it or whatever. What are you doing? This is like Jeskai control budget. I don't know why there's a Plains Mountain Steep Bits. Like, why is this a mana base I'm looking at with a remand? What is my opponent doing? If this is Jeskai control, like this isn't even a good version of it. Or they like drew like the worst possible cards. Because I do think Jeskai control played 1 basic mountain and like 1 basic plains. So like this could be like the worst like land-based draw ever. Oh, alright. What do I want to do? I just, like, legitimately don't even know how to react. Like, they're probably bolting this Militia Bugler, which means I kind of want something else in play. That incentivizes me, I think, to play Noble Hierarch. Alright. Green. Here's Noble Hierarch. We're going to try to attack for 4, I think. And then, second main, make an assessment about what's going on. Opponent. There's an uncounterable spell in the stack. They're tanking for another 5 minutes. Counter this one too. What are we doing? What are we doing? Spell Queller. I'll be honest with you guys. Of all the things I expected to happen just now, Spell Queller was not among them. Not even a little among them. Does this counter? It doesn't counter. Alright, you did it. It's gone. There's no more. Alright. Sure. Deal. Okay. Well, I'm going to play another Phantasmal Image. Yeah. I mean, it's a Spell Queller chat, so you know I'm never beating whatever they're playing. I can never beat Spell Queller. It just doesn't happen. Do I want another Meddling Mage when I don't even know what to name with the first one, or another Phantasmal Image? Another image it is. Combat. Hit you for 3. Here's 3 damage. I was literally typing Spell Queller. Why are you typing Spell Queller? Anyway, Dennis. Let's go back. Dennis, would you keep this in top 8 of Baltimore? Dude, I would tank for a long time in top 8 of Baltimore. Ultimately, probably not because I would get nervous and mulligan it, but I probably should have kept it. I think in general it's probably a good keep. Hierarch attack image. Yeah, I like that line as well, J-Train. Maybe it's a sweet Jeskai Delver deck with Queller's main. Jeez, that is a potential. That is a potential to be a deck. Mythic Common. What's going on? Jeskai Tempo. I don't know if that's what this is. I assume this is what this is. Like, they have Geists too. Like, how do you fit all this stuff in your deck? Like, this attack also seems aggressive. Like, what do you have? I have 2/2/3s. How do you beat these cards? You can't cast a Cryptic. You can cast a Restoration Angel. Gonna Helix this? Okay. Deal. I'm probably gonna Reflector Mage the Spellcaller just to get my guy back. Well, that actually makes things even more interesting. I think I will, actually. It's like, it like doesn't blow me out by removal, like with a removal spell, lets me get an extra point of damage in. And like, I just like don't care that much about Spell Queller. Like, I just kind of want to like, this feels really weird. Like trying to like tempo out the tempo deck just feels really stupid. All right, give me a Hierarch. Give me Hierarch. I want Hierarch. Cast it. Yeah, he's pleased. We did want the possible solution. Why are we still playing? They played a Queller. We should have conceded. Yeah, we should have conceded. I don't know how I messed this up. All right. Well, they're fetching. Probably going to spend another spell killing my Militia Bugler? Question mark. Path my Militia Bugler. I guess that's a pretty good use for a path because it sacks. All right. Deal. Well, both my Militia Buglers have traded for a spell, and I'm Landlight, so I have 7 cards in hand to their 3. No, I have 6 cards in hand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I have inaccurately portrayed the board state. One of them, they have Spell Queller. So I kind of need to keep that in mind, because they can cast Queller on my turn. So we're probably going to lead off with an attack for 4. Jeez, another Cavern. That's so good. Here's what we can do. Here's a line. So we can cast an image. But that's bad. Actually, we want to lead off on Meddling Mage, I think. Do we lead off on an attack? To try to get them to, like, remove stuff? I don't know. I, like, legitimately have no idea. Let's just lead off on a Meddling Mage. Blue, white. Because, like, they have to Queller this, or I just name Spell Queller, right? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I think this is okay. Although I tapped like kind of like a Mongoloid, but that's fine. Hopefully that's not offensive to anybody. Is Mongoloid an offensive term? Sound off in chat. Yeah, I think they're pretty incentivized to spell Queller this, and then we'll just like do the thing again where we just bounce their Queller. We'll name human on this. Yeah, we already have a Ziggurat, so we're good to go. Alright, let's play a Reflector Mage. We'll move their Queller out of the way. This Meddling Mage will name Spell Queller, and then we'll hit him for 4. This has been a really weird song and dance. I won't lie to you guys. Been real weird. Cast this. Gonna counter it? I can deal with a counter spell. Bolt. The guy that hasn't attacked yet. Alright, well, you could do that at any point in time. We just have 6ing. Oh, you're just afraid I'm going to name Lightning Bolt? Concede. What? I don't understand, chat. My opponent. I don't understand at all. Bolt, Path, Helix, Remand, Queller. Alright, your Jeskai tempo. What? What was that entire game even? Like, I just legitimately don't understand. Grafdigger's Cage is probably bad. Oh, that's what these are supposed to be. These are supposed to be Whirler Rogues. Wow, we're going to be really bad in the mirror. And kind of bad in this matchup. I guess we were kind of interested in Auriok Champion. It's not great, but it's probably fine. Jeez. Alright, what's next against Jeskai? What do I normally bring out? Doop 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 doop. Against Jeskai, we normally cut Reflector Mages, although the Reflector Mages look pretty good there. And some Thalia's Lieutenants. I'm gonna leave in like a Reflector Mage or 2, just because like they do have Spell Queller, and I want a way to get rid of them. They'll probably just say bring in Dismember. Let's bring in Dismember. Call it a day. Boop, boop. Like a Thalia's Lieutenant. I like this. We're gonna do this. Yeah, let's do this. Let's give this a shot. Where confused players burn tickets. Yeah, no kidding. Friendly League. Hey, look. Friendly Leagues are not that far off of actual open competition. Okay? But yeah, these Damning Spheres I think are supposed to be Whirler Rogues in my current iteration. This is like a previous iteration that I was playing. But I'm fine testing it. I'm fine streaming it. But for the record, for those of you on YouTube, those of you at home, I think I would play Whirler Rogues in these spots. They'd be great in this matchup, probably. I think so. Full grape, healthy life total, all the lands cast by spells. No other logical solution. I must concede. Yeah, I don't really get... I don't get that concession. That concession did not make much sense. Yeah, I got nothing for you guys. Sort. Converting mana cost. Look at how pretty this is. We have 9 3-drops now. So many. It's actually less than we had before. Ooh, this isn't really a 3-drop. This is a 1-drop. Get over there with the 1-drops. Yeah. Stupid Phyrexian mana. I don't know. I mean, I guess we got really lucky to have drawn, like, Bugler. Like, turn 2 Bugler is, like, obviously very good in that matchup. And, like, we got to trade with, like, a bunch of their, like, removal spells early on, which is, like, Buglers that really just, like, replace themselves and we're just, like, mopey creatures. Like, that's really where we got to see, like, Bugler shine. There's a lot of Bugler haters out there, and we got to see Bugler really shine there. Might should have a Gaddock Teeg in my deck. Player on sweepers. I don't know, I'm not in love with it. I usually bring like 1 or 2 in. But I didn't see Terminus, and Terminus in a spell color deck seems like pretty rancid. Hopefully they actually got my submission. Button's grayed out, so I assume they did. But there's no way to actually know for sure. Alright, what do we got? They are deciding whether or not to play first. I am up 4 minutes on clock despite streaming. Alright. We're doing it. We are doing it. Opponent, still tanking on whether or not to play first. It's a hard decision. Our opponent is a very interesting individual. I will give them that. That or they're very distracted. Maybe they're double queuing or something. They're playing 2 leagues. But they're interesting. They're like, I'm gonna be on the draw, so I can be up a card. That Drake guy, he had card advantage last time. Card advantage because of a Militia Bugler. Bugle. I want card advantage, so I'm gonna be on the draw. Opponent, still in the tank. Deciding whether or not to play first. What will they decide? Chat, what do we think? You think they're going to decide to play first? What do we got? What's the technology? What are the friendly leagues? What are they doing? Are they playing first or are they drawing first? I'm not with this modern metagame. Oh. What's going on, everybody? We've been live for about an hour. Thanks, everybody, for sticking with me. We're testing humans for Baltimore. This is a deck that I, honestly, in both friendly and competitive leagues, I have not been super impressed with because there's been a lot of Phoenix decks. Like, people are very interested in playing Phoenix strategies, and Phoenix strategies have proven to be very good against humans. So for that reason, I've been kind of, like, not really wanting to play humans, but there is, like, I do want to test just, like, stock humans as, like, a sanity check with you guys to, like, make a conclusion with you guys, and girls, and whatever else you choose to be, and just kind of see what we think about humans. After humans, I think I'm going to play Titan Shift because it's the deck I'm most comfortable with, and what I'm most likely to play is a second, my second choice. Like, that's just like what I'm most likely to play otherwise. And I think it's in a good spot right now. Like, it is fine against Arclight strategies. Arclight strategies, if they like maximize velocity and stuff like that, and like, I don't know, like Kraken Jake's not that great, but like either way, if they're like very aggressive, they can kill Titan Shift before it really gets going. But like if you're playing Anger the Gods, which you should be in Titan Shift, that can be really good. I self-identify as a doorknob. I believe you, Mo. I believe you. And like Thing in the Ice is like pretty mopey against Titan Shift because you're never like, what are you gonna do? Pick up my Primeval Titan? Gotcha. So I think it's just like pretty good against those decks. It's slightly favorable against humans. It's not as favored as I think most Titan Shift players would make it out to be, but I do think it's slightly favored against humans, and I think that it's very favored against Dredge. And like those are the 3 decks that I'm like really worried about going into this weekend is humans and Dredge because I think they're the best 2 decks, and Arclight strategies because I think people really like those strategies. So that's just like what I think of Titan Shift and why I'm considering playing it. I like it when everyone puts their hands on me. I get angry when they get angry, they can slam me. It's really the ideal situation. Is this PG stream? Is this PG stream? No, this is probably like R stream. This is rated R stream. I think my opponent disconnected. As much as I've been memeing on them for, like, deciding whether or not to play first, I think they disconnected. They conceded here. Where did they disconnect? Maybe not. I don't know if it would still show me in the log, but I think I remember seeing, I think that's, like, why sideboarding took as long as it did, and I think that's why we're, like, still sitting here, is I think my opponent disconnected. We may end up having to sit here for 10 minutes, but... 2 Gores... TCG, I would nowadays play 3 Anger and Titan Shift main deck, 100%. I don't know, like, the list I have, well, while we're just sitting here, I'll give you guys a quick sneak peek of what I'll be streaming later. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. Let's make this bigger. So this is the list I'm going to be playing, I think, on stream later tonight. I have 2 Angers main deck. 3 is just so many. Like, when you play against some of these, like, resource matters decks, like, you just feel like drawing an Anger is just, like, literally a mulligan. And, like, this deck cannot afford to, like, be down that many cards in these, like, resource matters decks. Because, like, a lot of times you're trying to hard value them out. C-half 412. Hope I said that right. No sad reacts. Only happy. This is happy stream. This is positivity stream. Anyways. I do like 3 Lightning Bolts right now. Because, like, just, like, for humans, I think it's good. I think it's actually a good tempo play against Arclight Phoenix decks to just, like, bolt their Arclight Phoenix. Like, as much as, like, you feel really stupid when they just, like, get it back on the next turn, like, it's just, like, a very reasonable tempo play. You get to just, like, bolt their thing. And I think that's a good spot to be. But most importantly, I think a lot of people think Bant Spirits is going to be a really good deck this weekend. And Lightning Bolt is very good against Bant Spirits. So, I guess you guys on the Humans VOD, you're getting to see a little bit of what we're going to be playing later tonight for Titan Shift. But, yeah. The sideboard is what I'm less sure on. Like, I'm really comfortable with this main deck. Like, I've always really been a big fan of the 1 Prismatic Omen and the 3 Kalani Heart Expeditions. Like, I've just really loved that split. I'm a 4 Explore man, through and through. Love me my 4 Explorers. 1 Farseek. I think Farseek's pretty mopey. It's just, like, the next best thing. Like, I don't want another Kalani Heart and I don't want another Prismatic Omen. If I could play 5 Explorers, I would. 3 Summoner Specs, which is usually, I think, 1 higher than what most people do. And, like, the typical 8. So I'm pretty comfortable with this main deck. I do play the 3rd Forest, which is something like the Valakut Queen herself does not like. But there's a lot of times, like, something happens to one of them, like it's Ghost Quartered or whatever. Like, Humans and Titan Shift are your 2 main decks for Modern. Well, Dennis, it sounds like you're a pretty smart and thin individual. Is our opponent timed out yet? No, they have some amount of time left. Actually, I shouldn't have too much. But either way, we have 2 Engineer Explosives. Like, the cards I'm unsure of in the sideboard, like, I do like the 3rd Anger in the sideboard. Whoever's saying 3 Anger main, like, I do like the 4th Anger in the sideboard. I think Titan is a good mull deck. A lot of hands with a mull to 5 is fine. Oh, no, like, I think Titan Shift mulligans well. I don't think that you want to be mulliganing against these Resource Matters decks, like Jund, Jeskai, Blue-White, all these where you, like, might have to hard Valakut them out, or, like, something like that where, like, really having cards in hand matters a lot. What do I think of Relic main for Shift List? So, Dennis, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was a huge advocate of, like, playing, like, as high as 3 Relics in the main deck. Now, like, right now, I just, like, don't think we need it. Like, I just don't think it's, like, I just don't think it's that important. Whereas I do think in the sideboard, I think it's a good choice. Like, I do think it's a card we want access to. I just don't think we want like a million of them. So I like the Anger. I think 3 Damning Sphere is necessary. Like, Amulet Titan's rough. Tron's a fine matchup, but like Storm and KCI are rough, and it's just like a good card there. Like, I think 3 Damning Sphere is the minimum. I like 2 Engineer Explosives because it's like very good against humans, randomly good against like Boggles and stuff. Like, it's like good against a lot of like random decks, even though we're only a 2-color deck. Although Prismatic Omen, we can make it like 5 colors. But anyways, we can kill Teferi with it. Blah, 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 blah. But I do like the 2 Engineer Explosives, although 1 could maybe be something else. I like 2 Relics. Those should be in your sideboard. Big Broken Bond fan. I have all this like artifact and enchantment removal because like I'm really scared of like KCI and Hardened Scales. I think a lot of people are going to play those decks. I'm not really scared of Hardened Scales, so I think it's a good matchup, but like KCI I'm pretty scared of, and like Hardened Scales I still want cards for it, or it's going to be a bad matchup. The Balos I'm not sure we need. Like, outside of Burn, I don't know why we actually want this card in our deck. So, like, obviously they're good. It's good in the Jund matchup, but people have kind of figured out that Jund's bad. Vexing Shusher? I actually think Vexing Shusher might be good, Dennis, because Blue-White I do think is kind of a hard matchup, and I think that's, like, legitimately worth, like, considering. You should get some Dredge action on stream. I actually played Dredge... excuse me. Played Dredge, like, 2 or 3 streams ago, And it was all right. It was actually, like, not as good as I was expecting it to be. Like, I thought it was, like, busted, and it just, like, wasn't. Like, this was back when, like, there was a lot of hype around Dredge, and it just, like, wasn't busted. Opponent still is not lost. Last but not least, like, kind of the card I'm really excited about, and I'm always way more excited about this card than, like, how powerful it actually is, but, like, I think Primal Command is a really, really, really good card to have access to in your sideboard. I think, like, being able to gain 7 life, great against Burn, and some of these other, like, just damage you decks. Being able to put a non-creature permanent off its owner's library is, like, really relevant in matchups like Drawn or, like, even KCI. You can, like, put a land or just, like, put an artifact on top of their deck and just be like, okay, well, now you know you're drawing that card, and it's like, we just got ahead on mana. And the other mode, like, one of the other modes is obviously tutor cards, so, like, it lets you pay your Summoner's Pact forward. Like, instead of paying 4 mana for your Summoner's Pact, you pay 5, and so you like, pay it first, but you get another effect. So, like, I really like Primal Command in this deck. I think it's kind of underplayed. And it functions as graveyard hate. You can make target players shuffle their graveyard in. So, like, you can permanently remove a permanent by, like, putting it on top and making them shuffle their graveyard in. You can just, like, function as graveyard hate plus a Summoner's Pact. It can function as, like, gain 7 life plus Summoner's Pact. Like, it's just, like, it can function, like, as a lot of different things. So it's a very, very flexible sideboard card that I like having access to one of. So the cards I would consider changing in this sideboard, like, I'm really locked in on these 12. These 3 I'm, like, not so sure about, and that's something I'm looking to figure out tonight. All right. We down opponent. What are we doing? We are disconnected. 5 minutes remaining. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate you guys sticking through this. Look at our opening hand. It was so good. We were just, like, guaranteed to win anyway. Our opponent just left. They're like, oh, I can't beat this opening hand. What a waste. What a waste of a good opening hand. All right, haven't chopped the game yet. Humans is great. Maybe I should just play humans. I think Tracker or Baloth is better than Command. Fairies is best deck. I don't know about all that. Fairies is... Unless you're Paulo Vitor Damo de Rosa, don't play Fairies. If your name is that, you can play whatever you want. You'll probably crush people. But I don't think Tracker is a great card in the deck. So, like, a lot of people... This is actually one of the things I get in the arguments most about, like, when I got added to the Valakut group. What's going on, Vince? How goes it? Vince, who are you in person? Because, like, you talked to me earlier today in one of the chats, and I don't remember, like, who you are IRL. I assume we've met. But I don't know. I don't know the face to the screen name. So you should clarify it. But anyway, back to Tracker before I lose my thought. Tracker, I think, is a very win more card because it's a card that you, like, just sit down and, like, you, like, yeah, sure, it does something while you're playing lands, but, like, so does Valakut. So, like, imagine if it was a way to tutor Valakut. Like Primal Command. And, like, then you'd actually be killing your opponent instead of, like, doing this, like, draw cards, win more strategy. And, like, it dies the Lightning Bolt, which are still going to be in your opponent's decks. Like, people are going to leave Lightning Bolt in against you because it goes face. It's supposed to go to you. So, like, it dies, like, it makes their creature removal actually good because creature removal normally sucks against Titan Shift. And, like, it makes their, like, really mopey cards, like, trade up very well. And I think, like, the times that it's great and it's just, like, insane is, like, it would have been much better if it was just, like, I don't know, pick something, Hour of Promise. Something that just, like, tutors a Valakut into play. There's very few times, like Under a Blood Moon is one time, which is why, if you notice, Primal Command gets rid of a Blood Moon. And that's like something that I was really interested in about Primal Command, because, like, Under a Blood Moon is one of the spots where the Tireless Tracker argument really holds up, because, like, hey, look, this is a good, like, self-contained plan B against Blood Moon. But, like, so is Colossal Dreadmaw, right? Like, if you just, like, use Primal Command, you can, like, either get rid of it or you can tutor up a Titan. But, like, 6/6 tramples are usually very, very good against decks that are Blood Mooning you. So, like, we already have a fine plan B against, like, Colossal Dreadmaw is great against decks Blood Mooning you. And Blood Moon's, like, honestly not even that good against Titan Shift, because we have, like, as soon as you have one forest, you have all your forests, because you can just tutor them up. Would you like to play first? But it does shut down your combo, obviously, so it's, like, something you still leave in your deck. Oh, no! I mean, we're keeping this every day of the week. It's just, like, I don't know. This hand looks really mopey to me. Hey, Drake! That's a Drake! Spider-Man meme! That's me! The Drake mirror! See, half, what do we do? SCG Vegas, we played your team on camera. You beat Mono Blue Wizards deck in Legacy? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, didn't you guys, like, do very well in the tournament? You guys, like, won, right? You guys are, like, insane at Magic? I wish it was you guys. All hail Osmond Zuni. Yeah, the Wizards, like, sorry, I was, like, kind of out of it during that match. Like, I played against the Wizards guy, Higashi, that was his name. And that was a super fun match. I wish they'd showed it on camera, because, like, there was a lot of interesting stuff that happened. Even though, like, I ended up like winning, like, and at the end of the game, it didn't look very close. Like, there's a lot of like key decisions where, like, if he had like the stupid patron wizard at some critical moments, he would have just like absolutely destroyed me. We made it top 8 then lost. Dang. I was listening to some like podcast and they were talking about how you guys like did really well, and I remember you guys ended up in top 8, but I didn't remember exactly how you guys finished. But congratulations. Very, very happy for you guys. And I'm extremely happy that, like, Mono Blue Wizards made top 8, because, like, that's just, like, it's always sweet when new archetypes come around, and, like, people, like, will give it a lot more validity if it's in top 8. All right, let's actually play Magic instead of sitting here gushing about Legacy. Yeah, here we go. Do we lead on Territory or Cavern? Pretty marginal. I'm going to lead on Territory in case they have, like, something to blow up Cavern. Like, Spreading Seas. We're playing around Spreading Seas. I've decided that we're going to play around Spreading Seas. Boom. Do you not know Zuni? He's been on the Pro Tour for years. Mo, whoa, we probably can never win. Actually, that's not true. They probably can't beat this Kitesail Freebooter card. But I do not keep up with the Pro Tour very well. There's, like, some insane Magic players that, like, people tell me their resume and be like, dude, this person's absurd. How have I not heard of them? And it's, like, literally because they're a Pro Tour grinder. It's, like, if they were an SCG player, I would know exactly who they are and I'd know a billion things about them. But, like, because, like, I don't know the Pro Tour players that have been around for, oh, that was such a good draw, for, like, a million years. Like, I just, like, have no idea who these people are. So, like, it makes me look kind of dumb, but at the same time, it's not, like, all directly my fault. Like, if the players are better advertised, then I wouldn't have this problem. I would just know who they were because they were well advertised. Shout out to SCG. Because, like, I'm not that good at Magic, and there's way more people. Look, there's 35 of you that are watching me play Magic. Like, that's absurd. That's absurd. That's just absurd. All right, Drake. Let's show who the real Drake is. Knight's Whisper? Well, we have to take that, right? All right. I actually don't know. Like, Lightning Axe is the removal spell, but Knight's Whisper is the best card in their hand. Gosh, this is weird. I guess we have to take Lightning Axe, right? Like, we're just trying to get them dead. And, like, Knight's Whisper gets them dead. Like, it's just, like, a really mopey turn for them to Knight's Whisper. What did they do with their Scry? They put a card on bottom? like, they have no good things for Lightning Axe. Like, they have no good targets. Like, if they shoot my Lightning... Like, I guess... Oh, gosh. Yeah, Knight's Whisper gets the cards back from Lightning Axe, so I should just take Lightning Axe. Alright, fine. You talked me into it, chat. You guys talked me into it. It was all you. Alright, you guys said a bunch of words. Also, why don't you play Rex Sage and more with 3 packs? I play Caustic Caterpillar, 2 Gores. That's the card I play in the spot. It's the same total mana, but, like, you get to pay in investments. Cards where you get to pay, like, in installments are generally almost always better. I actually wrote about it in an article. If you check the panels below, there's one that's articles, and you can scroll down to when I got second with Titan Shift in Atlanta, and I wrote an article about it, and it talks about some of the weird card choices I play in Titan Shift and why I do that. Some good reading material. Name spirits and play Vial. Oh, that's big brain. I'd play more SCG events if I lived on the East Coast. Yeah. I obviously lived on the East Coast, so, like, I have easy mode. I don't envy you guys that are on the West Coast, because, like, SCG events come out there every now and again. Like, we came out there for Vegas, and, like, they just, like, never do very well. Canopy, that's a good one. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to get a Canopy into play, because if I draw, like, another Canopy, I will want to have played the Canopy this turn. I think the 1 damage is pretty marginal, so I'm probably actually going to play Canopy here. I also think I'm going to make my Mantis Rider 4/4 because it attacks this turn, instead of, like, sequencing this in the other order, so we're going to put this into play first. White, blue. Uh-oh. Now we would have... Who said we should put it on Spirit? We would have gotten punished because now we wouldn't be able to cast Mantis Rider. I'm sorry, but your play, shockingly naming Spirit on these tribal lands in the humans deck would not have been a good play. I'm sorry. Sorry to inform. Use Aether Vial's ability. Yes, put this into play. I don't care. Make a million power. Alright, I think this puts them dead on board. Yeah, cool. That is what I wanted. I want to make them kill me this turn. Or die. Go! Turn 3 me. Am I dead? I know you have a World Spine Worm. I don't die to that. We got 6 power in the air, so they're not dead in the air. which is actually moderately unfortunate. Might be a good reason to like tick this Aether Vial up to 3. Smack him. What's going on, Tiki? You're the guy who loves to sideboard out escape shifts? Oh, no, I despise... Whoa! Nice whispering at 7. I wish I had the balls of this person. They have conceded the game. Haha, I am the superior Drake. Grafdigger's Cage is probably absurd in this matchup. So is this card. What do they play? They play like Through the Breach too, so we probably want this card. I don't know if they play Engineered Explosives. Sin Collector's probably good. What is this card? They probably don't have removal. Anyway, yeah, like I have never sideboarded out Escape Shift in Titan Shift. Escape Shift is just like far and away the best card. Like there used to be Titan Shift lists that only played 3 Escape Shift, and that's absurd to me. Like we're playing Summoner's Pact. Have you read that card? That card is atrocious. The card is so bad. You mean to tell me that Escape Shift is a card I should take out before Summoner's Pact? That's just absurd to me. What Drake were they? Reflector Mage out? Yeah. Sorry, like I was ranting about people that board out Escape Shifts because it just drives me up the wall. I could talk a lot about Titan Shift, but I also could talk a lot about humans. It's just like I've said a lot of what I've meant to say about humans. What did I just do? All right. What sucks? Mantis Rider is like kind of mopey. I don't want a million of them. I actually like Bugler in these combo matchups. I think Todd Anderson on the Versus live series was saying that this card is atrocious against combo, and you should only play it like when Jeskai and like these other card advantage decks like Marty Pyramid and stuff are around. And I just think that's flat wrong. Like I think that's aggressively wrong because Militia Bugler finds your relevant cards in these matchups. Like it finds this, it finds this, it finds this, it finds where's Meddling Mage? This. Like it's a cantrip that finds your relevant cards. Like cutting Militia Bugler, I think is just like aggressively wrong. Like I would much rather be casting this in a combo matchup than this. Unless they're at 3, right? Like, you can obviously come up with a scenario where Mantis Rider is better. But still, like, I think on average, I think Militia Bugler is actually better than Mantis Rider in combo matchups. This is my TED Talk. What else sucks? Kitesail's great. Thalia's great. Thalia's Lieutenant's, like, fine. It's not great. I think Rider's worse. Alright, we're gonna do this. Just, like, want to cut all these fat cards. What Drake were they? They were dot Drake. I don't know what that means, but they're dot Drakes. Sphere might be good. They cast a million stuff. Yeah, Mo, I don't know. Like, that's what I was thinking about. Like, I was sitting here thinking, is Damping Sphere good enough? And I think it's not. Because I think just hitting us with a Grizzlebrand or, like, a World Spine Worm is, like, a line they can take, and it's, like, we still just die. And, like, Borborygmos Enraged actually doesn't require you to cast that many spells, right? They just, like, pitch Spirit Guides, bring it back, and then they get to, like, it actually doesn't require them to cast that many spells. They do a lot of things. They draw a lot of cards, pitch lands at your face, but, like, they don't actually do that much stuff. I never side out Escape Shift, Tiki. Set out all 4 Titans, test my balls. That's absurd. I mean, I would side out all 4 Titans before siding out all 4 Escape Shifts. Like, a lot. We've been testing a bunch of Arclight decks. Vince, are you talking about for Baltimore, or, like, what have you been testing Arclight for? Actually, I always board out Pact before Titan, because, like, Summoner's Pact is generally a worse card. Unless it's a Blood Moon matchup where I want to tutor up my Caustic Caterpillar, I think Pact is just a worse card than Titan most of the time. Okay, and CFB cited out Escape Shifts versus everything. I just hate that. It's so awful. Dude, can I play Tron at the GP next week, or is that deck fading? So, I think Tron... Alright, let's actually decide if we want to keep this hand. I don't think we can. If it draws a land, it's so good. Like, we get to go turn... Like, if we draw specifically a land this turn, we get to go, like, land Vial into, like, Thalia and the Sin Collector. So, Tron... It depends on who you ask. Like, Tron's one of those decks that's always going to be, like, fine. It's like Titan Shift, right? Like, Titan Shift is not an intrinsically, like, great deck. Tron is, in fact, a better deck because you get to play cards like Ancient Strings that are just busted. But I don't think the deck's, like, fading. I think the deck's basically as good as it's always been. And, I mean, you've had success with Tron when it wasn't always in the best spot. I think you could play Tron reasonably next week. Like, it's good against Dredge. It's, like, better against humans than I'm comfortable with. That's why there was Damping Spheres on my sideboard. And I think it's still fine against Arclight strategies. So Tron actually just might even be in a good position right now. Like, even though it seems like it should be bad against Arclight decks, I think Tron's good. Let's play... Yeah, it's super marginal. Human. I always lead on Hierarch here. I've heard arguments for not, but I think Dylan Hand, who's much better humans player than I, has said that he likes sometimes leading on champion in these matchups, but obviously we have, I don't know, I just think like being able to go this into like a 2-drop is like way too powerful. You do give up on damage for a turn, but it's alright. You guys a green card for free by exiling the worm? Yeah. That's true. They do cast Nourishing Shoal to draw like more of their deck, but like, well, I guess I just wasn't in love with Damning Sphere because it just felt a little narrow, and like it can actually disrupt us. Like if we had a Damning Sphere in this hand, it would look pretty awful because they've cast no spells and we're about to cast like 3 spells. Can't be playing territory. Sure, we'll play territory. Boop. White, play champion. And we're gonna freebooter. We got the old Cabal therapy. We got the probe therapy action going on here. Get to see what they have and then take whatever they have. Probe therapy on sticks. The RPTQ. Sometimes I eat bananas without peeling them. That's thank you, Knight. I really appreciate that. That's enlightening. Vince, what have you found about Arclight decks? Like, I've had trouble figuring out exactly how good they are in Modern. They're obviously good against humans, but like I have no idea how they are against like Dredge. Like Dredge has Creeping Chill, seems great in the matchup. I don't know. Like I haven't really been able to pin Arclight decks. It's actually why I'm not on an Arclight deck already. Is because I just don't know how good they are in the context of the format. Are we getting pushed? What's happening here? What is happening? Fatal push. Fatal push. What GP is happening next week? Joe, if you're still around, what GP you're going to? Are you queued for the Invitational? Because like, it feels like the Invitational is a higher value event than the GP if you like aren't on edge for like a pro status. Portland? Okay. Jeez, that's far too. Good luck in Portland. Well, I guess you do live West Coast, right? What is happening? Did they just like decide not to tap for black and fatal push my thing? Yeah, I definitely like not pushing because like it gives me the opportunity to mess up here, right? Because I'm incentivized to take whatever removal spell I don't want them, like whatever the best removal spell is, I'm incentivized to take it. Well, it gives me a chance to F up. I'm really bad at articulating that, but basically, I want to take the worst removal spell here so that they have to use the worst removal spell possible in this. I mean, the best removal spell possible so they have the worst removal later. Boom, said it. I got it all out. It took a while, but we got it all out. So what is the best removal spell? This is an instant. I think we just take the push and then make them Collective Brutality me. Yeah, make them push. Because, like, Lightning Axe is so bad. Maybe we just take the Collective Brutality because it's sorcery. This is 1 mana. Yeah, we'll just take the Collective Brutality. Some brutality in my thing doesn't feel great. Lets them be more mana efficient. There's no more way to stop them technically from casting a removal spell this turn, but I wouldn't hate taking the push just so that they have to use their mana more awkwardly because they had a second 1 mana removal spell like this. I don't know. Like I still like that the push is gone because it means like we could potentially grow this technically outside of Lava Axe range, although they'll probably Lava Axe it before it happens. Guess we name it with this. I don't know. This is a weird spot for sure. Their hand was very good. Very, very good. Very, very, very good. Alright, where are we? Took Collective Brutality. They have it back, so let's start here. I got rid of that. They got rid of push. Discarded a looting. It's good reason to believe they don't have no looting in hand. They have reanimate. Kill this. You got it. So they still have Through the Breach and Lightning Axe in their hand. Alright. They can flashback Faithless Looting. That's awkward. I'm gonna crack Canopy first, just in case we draw a Kitesail Freebooter. Specifically that card, I think, is the only one that would keep us from playing Meddling Mage. I guess we... Oh, gosh. Like, Lightning Axe is kind of a bad card. I think I'm supposed to name Through the Breach. Then they get to Lightning Axe my thing. 2 mana off Through the Breach. I am. I would have gone to the Invitational if the GP was anywhere else, but my best friend moved to Portland a few years ago. Oh, okay, well that's sweet. You get to go see your best friend. We needed a Thalia. Yeah, we needed a Thalia a long time ago. We played Mardu Arclight at SCG Open in Vegas, but I quite like the Izzet list with Thing in the Ice. Yeah, Thing in the Ice is great. That card has been so good. It's still hard to figure out exactly how it should be built. Agreed. Why didn't we take Push and leave them with Sorcery Speed Tap Out removal? Because I wanted their removal to be like, with Kitesail, when you're like looking at a bunch of removal spells, you always take the best one. That way, no, I'm sorry, you take the worst one. That way they use the best one on like the dinkiest creature, right? Because you know it's going to die. It's just like you're choosing what it dies to. Through the Breach or Lightning X. I just like don't know what matters. I guess we just named Through the Breach. We're going to do that. Jenny, thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Make sure you send me a donation deck list. It'll probably be a week or two before we do donation deck lists again. But make sure you get one to me this month. I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. All right. We're just going through the breach. I don't actually know. I was thinking about it too long. There's merit to naming Lightning Axe there. Like, they have looting to discard their guys anyway. Which, I mean, technically there's an argument for naming looting. I don't think it's good, but there's an argument for it. You know, see, like, they're interested in casting it. Because they get to loot. Now they get to loot away through the breach. And put more creatures in the graveyard anyway. Their hand was just, like, kind of bad. Which is, like, a good reason to have, like, cracked that. Because, like, if we hit Thalia off of... You were saying if they hit Thalia off that, yeah, like, we definitely would have played that over Meddling Mage, too. I wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking about Kitesail specifically. Thanks for the bits as well. I really appreciate it, Jenny. Your support is so kind. So kind. Alright, they put Agorio's Vengeance in the graveyard. It seems... Whoa. Putting Agorio's Vengeance in the graveyard. They put Through the Reach, so they have Lightning Axe still in hand? I don't really... Gosh, what does your hand composition have to look like for that to make sense? Play the untapped land while it's still untapped. I mean, there's not much we can do about it, clearly, but, like... I assume this just means they have another Goryo's Vengeance. It feels like basically every card in their hand is worse. At least every card we knew about was worse than Goryo's Vengeance. So I don't know why this isn't at least a Lightning Axe. But maybe they have specifically a second Goryo's Vengeance, Lightning Axe, Grizzlebrand now. Like, and they just like ended up with another Goryo's Vengeance. That would require Grizzlebrand, double Goryo's Vengeance to be the 3 draws for that turn. It's a pretty specific set of cards. Dennis, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. Another Goryo's? Yeah, like, this has to mean they have another Goryo's, right? Like, I don't understand. There's no way pitching it's right if they don't have another Goryo's. We're going to draw a billion lands and die. It's all right. Hiya! They're probably just going to Lightning Axe this, right? Like, if they're not doing anything, they're just, like, Lightning Axing. I'd be shocked if they take this damage. I have no idea what's going on. Legitimately don't. I've played against Goryo's Vengeance a lot of times, and I feel like I would know what's going on, but I just legitimately don't. Does this shoot creatures? Any target? Yeah, I guess. Okay, well, we figured out what's going on. No, they had to have top decked that, right? Because they didn't do it last turn. Like, it's the exact same board state as last turn, so it still kind of doesn't really make sense. Maybe they were just trying to get more stuff out of it. Well, that was a good draw. That was what we in the biz call a good one. We're going to keep playing lands out because if you draw Horizon Canopy, you want to have as much mana as possible. Ape, more ape noises. What's going on, Jenny? Drake versus Drake. Yeah, Team Rashama, we got the Drake mirror. I don't know who this Drake is, but they're definitely a poser. I've never met another Drake that plays Magic in my life. Yeah, my commands are still here. I don't delete commands. Like, I mean, if you create a billion commands, they're going to stick around forever. So whoever looks at a command list is just going to be looking at an essay. I'm fine with it. I can live with the meme. We getting, like, angered? What's happening here? Flashback Faithless Looting for 4 mana. How is this your turn? Alright, let's try to dissect what's going on here. They have Lightning Axe. They don't want to use it. They discard land Spirit Guide. Well, that makes sense. They have a billion mana and they're not making land drops. So they're just like, what is their hand? Is it just like all draw stuff? Well, that was a good draw too. If they anger me again, I'd probably gonna die, but that's alright. This one's gonna name Illusion.
Fusion. Boop. Actually, no, we have Ziggurat. I was like, we might should name like. What do we? Might should name like Advisor or something. But whatever. We have Ziggurats, so we already have it on dummy mode anyway. Blue, red. Here goes this. I mean, Mantis Rider was a good draw here. Although, worth noting, I think Bugler would actually have been a better draw. For you Todd Andersons of the world. He doesn't watch my stream. But, you all are here to witness. I think Militia Bugler would have been a better draw. Anger the Gods. Yep. Deal. I mean, if you're going to anger all my stuff, you're not killing me. But I don't really know why I'm not dead. You had a fatty. You had Gorios and all this stuff to put in. I don't know why I'm not dead. Perfect! We'll make a Grizzlebrand. Maybe if we know they have a billion angers coming in, that's like a reason to take this card out. That feels pretty results oriented. Tiki is your boy. That is a statement. I'm not sure how true that statement is, but that is a statement. Just kidding, Tiki, I love you. Oh, another land. Are you saying go? How is these your turns? What is your composition of your hand? Like, there's no way that you've been, like, faithless looting and doing all that stuff correctly if this is your turn, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And we know they still have Lightning Axe, so, like, I'm not even interested in, like, casting Phantasmal Image. So I'm not going to. I'm so confused. Whatever. I mean, I assume they're going to kill me eventually. We're going to die. We're dead. We're playing dead. That's a good card. Alright, well, let's make them use it. Let's see if they know that I still know about Lightning Axe. Actually, they know I know about Lightning Axe. They have to use Lightning Axe. They can hard cast it, so I actually should have attacked first. This was a mistake. Like, this plays to, like, make my opponent F up, but assuming my opponent's good, which is, like, an assumption I always make online, and now apparently appears to be an incorrect assumption. Although I assume they just have, like, they have to have, like, pushes and stuff, too, like, now, like, blech. Whatever, I'm going to attack now. If this works, we're going to, like, Phantasmal Image and Meddling Mage and name... Not Anger of the Gods, I've been through 2 of them. We'll name... Goryo's Vengeance. Uh-oh, we got an uncounterable one. Drake brings all the boys to the yard. That's what I do. My milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. Opponent on hardcast Grizzlebrand plan. I should just name Grizzlebrand if that's what you're saying. Goryo's Vengeance. Cool. Spelled it right. Boop. Alright. Go. Your Dob. I'm not going to name Anger. You've been through 2, and I assume they're in the sideboard. You probably have 3 max. Maybe you have 4 like a monster, but I doubt it. Are you dead? You dead? You shouldn't be dead. There's, like, multiple things you could have done this game. You could reanimate this, pitched some of these lands, and, like, killed my whole board right now. Whatever. I don't know what's going on, Chad, but we are probably dead. We are probably dead. I'm also 6 minutes behind. I've been flirting a lot with chat this round. 6 minutes behind on clock. A braid. It's gone. Now you have Lightning Axe for this. Or this if you're going to kill me. 5 cards in the end. Still could die to Lightning Axe pitching Goryo's Vengeance. I mean, pitching Grizzlebrand into, like, Goryo's Vengeance. Like, still very dead to that. What'd you discard? Simeon's Spirit Guide. Not dead to that card. Alright, Image is dead. You have a Goryo's Vengeance. You can reanimate Borborygg most enraged. Maybe their plan is block. Feels like a bad plan. It's back. Am I dead? I'm at 13. This like exiles it too, right? Like, I guess they have to do this because if I draw a creature and like they don't have another removal spell, which is what this signals they don't have another removal spell, then they like are just literally dead on board. So they probably just have to do this. Meddling Mage. I guess we name Faithless Looting? I'm gonna name Faithless Looting. It's the only spell I know they have access to. Blue. White. What is your opponent even doing? Well, I mean, that play makes sense, right? Because, like, they would literally be dead right now. Although they could reanimate and block, so maybe it doesn't make that much sense. But the point is, Faithless Looting. Boop. Okay. So I'm gonna assume their hand sucks and that they like need this Faithless Looting to be relevant. Only lethal draws at this point in time, I think, are Mantis Rider, a Braid. You should have another Braid. Okay. I've been abraded. That's a lot of removal. Our opponent, not particularly interested in losing to humans. I mean, all of the turns before this, did they only draw lands? I have no idea. I think they just, like, drew a bunch of removal and have just, like, kept it all in hand. Like, I had no way I was putting them on this much removal. Like, double Anger, double Abrade, like, Lightning Axe, sick draw. Like I would have boarded... I think if we go to a game 3, I'm boarding some of these out. Because, like, with this suite of removal post-sideboard, like, I'm literally looking at, like, an 18-card graveyard that's, like, half or more, like, removal spells that are probably in their sideboard. They do not want to lose to humans. Deal. Is this a Grizzlebrand finally? Yeah, there it is. You get to draw 7 cards? That's scary. Ironically, our opponent's pretty dead to a Mantis Rider, right? Maybe not. Pay 7, draw 7. Nourishing Shoal? You discarded 2 of them. What you got? Yeah, no kidding. I often board out Image in Spirits. I mean, I don't normally because it's good with, like, Meddling Mages and stuff against combo decks. Like, if we're playing against traditional combo deck, they don't have that much removal. Like, Ad Nauseam has, like, Bantu's Last Reckoning as a mass sweeper. Otherwise, it's, like, Slaughter Packs and spot removal. So, like, most of the time, you can just, like, you'll find a target for Image. Image will have targets. But, like, the combo deck that boards into, like, double sweeper, like, a billion of Braids and Lightning Axes and stuff. Like, oh, the Lightning Axe is probably main deck, to be fair. But, like, it just boards into, like, infinity removal spells, then I think we should have cut Image, and I maybe should have had the wherewithal to know that, like, that's what I was going to be facing down. Right. We'll hold the land to make him think I have a Restoration Angel. Hasn't been played for months, but that's what we're doing. All right, I'm dead. You got me. Interesting. That was a very interesting game. Oh, we also, like, never drew Grafdigger's Cage or anything like that. Although we know they have a Braids. Yeah, let's get some of these images out of the deck. Put, like, a Mantis Rider or 2 back in the deck. We want Damping Sphere. I don't really want Damping Sphere. They have a million of Braids already, and, like, they're not even casting that many spells. Like, that plan that they just did, I think, is probably pretty typical. Maybe we just want this card. Our plan is just, like, attack them to death. It's not a good plan. Oh, man. Check out our Thalia and 6 artifact deck. That's just, like, good deck building. This card's pretty mopey, but I guess it just stopped through the breach. So, like, Cage plus this is, like, really, really good. Let's put another Mantis Rider in my deck. Call it a day. Call it a day. Spirits also has real sideboard cards to their main deck. And their main deck creatures suck, so there's a much great Image. That's fair. Cast Image, no balls. Hey, at least if I was Spirits, I could have collected companied into an Image there and, like, imaged their Grizzlebrand. I would have had a Grizzlebrand. Big brain, big brain. This will be a keep for me, dog. I will keep the, like, creature, like, insane 2-drop package hand every day of the week. Even though this is on the play, like, this is a much more attractive hand on the draw, but, like, even on the play, like, this hand is just, like, bonkerinos. Even if they kill my Hierarch, I got Grafdigger's Cage. Very interesting. My main deck does not suck. Spirits isn't awful. It's just, like, Spirits is, like, pretty good at, like, beating players that don't really know what's going on. And, like, they have a good sideboard. But I think, like, legitimately, the Humans is a much better deck. Main deck than Spirits is. Whereas Spirits, because they have a real mana base, has much better sideboard cards. Alright, Human. Boop. Let's put a Noble Hierarch into play. Boop. Go! Kill me. Kill me dead. Kill me very dead. H. Rollins MTG. But I heard the internet, Humans is bad. Yes, Jonathan Rossum did make that claim. Jonathan Rossum is also known for his showmanship to be dramatic and get likes. He's also made the super egregious statement that, Jeskai is a good deck. And, I mean, you gonna come making that claim in this chat? I think I'm gonna Thalia. They went like turn on tap lane. I think we're just gonna like Thalia into like Kitesail. Hopefully get like a Kitesail Meddling Mage turn. So let's lead off on Cage. Blue-white is great at just stealing games. Just stealing games. I don't let you slip up. Humans is much better. That's why it costs $1,000 more. I don't know. I don't know if cost has a direct impact on how good the deck is. Jenny, I'm pretty limited on my ape noises. I have been sick recently. I'm not like super sick right now, but my throat's still recovering. Like I had a pretty sore throat and just like was coughing a lot 2 days ago. I'm glad it kind of subsided before. 2-mana Faithless Looting, powerful modern plays. I'm glad it subsided before I'm streaming, but like I'm still like I'm having trouble. It's actually pretty awful. Getting sick sucks. Do not recommend, chat. Do not recommend. All right. Opponent tanking on their Faithless Looting here. I'm actually pretty behind on time. I probably need to hurry up. Make use of my F6 value more often. I'm playing kind of slow. Corozvin's Nourishing Shoal. Very interesting. Well, I mean, we have access to Champion plus Kitesail Freebooter, which is like going to take, hopefully, an Anger of the Gods. Boop. Add command chat. Chat is bad. Chat's great. Always yield. Chat's not always great. Sometimes there are chats where people misbehave themselves, but my chat is great. My stream's great. Everybody here is great. Everybody involved is great. Everything's great. Take your stuff. Wow, that's a lot of damage. I don't actually, like, God, this is another spot where I just have no idea what to take. Taking a Collective Brutality, like, just legitimately doesn't do anything, right? I guess it makes the first Collective Brutality have to target this, which is, like, already a million mana. So we just take the Collective Brutality. Combat. And, like, if they don't specifically Collective Brutality here, we can, like, Meddling Mage it or whatever. Although, if we draw a land, we could, like, do this, like, thing, which is bonkers. Like, then their Collective Brutalities don't even have targets, so we're probably gonna, like, Meddling Mage through the breach and then, like, Thalia's Lieutenant, which is disgusting. We'll probably do that anyway. Like, even if they do, like, shoot this with, Collective Brutality, we're probably going to, like, Meddling Mage through the breach and then Thalia's Lieutenant. Though we need to draw land. One time, dealer. Get my thing. You got it. Thing's dead. Man, you're calling everyone great is so harsh. That means we're all average. I don't want to be average. All right, fine. Oarsman is great. Everyone else is medium. There you go. You're great. Well, that's not even true, Oarsman. Because technically, we could have the subset of people that is much better than everyone else, right? So, like, our internal clique is much, like, better than the average person, of which there are a lot. So, like, you're literally working in, like, 3 or 4 decimal points away of, like, 1.00001%. At which point, you're quite literally the tippy top. We drew a land because we're fucking professional. But, yeah, so you're literally already working with the top tier. It's just among the top tier, you're all equal and average. But, like, you're already in the point, 1,000,001%. So, like, can you really be that mad? Can you really? All right, let's make this guy into a 3 toughness creature. So all they'll have to target is Thalia, which is just great. What was it aiming? Through the breach? Through the breach. That should shut off most stuff. Although Anchor of the Gods would be such a devastating blowout. Whatever. Maybe we'll draw a Phantasmal Image. The one time I actually want to draw a Phantasmal Image. Can't you pick out a couple of people to be horrendous stains so that the rest of us can be somewhat good? Alright, sure. Where's Mo? Mo178, whatever. You can be a horrendous stain. I have selected you to be a horrendous stain. Combat. Hit you for 1 billion. I think they're like dead on board, right? 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, they're super dead. Die. Go. So they have to like, they basically have to draw like Anger here. Still have a 5/5. Not a bad spot. Still a 2-turn clock, even if they have Anger. It's pretty attractive. Yay! Congratulations, Joe. You are now a standout. I mean, you're already a standout. You were the only person in my chat that has won a Players' Championship. It's just gas. So I don't think Jim Davis is around. So there you go. Yeah, you are the only one. Manamorphose under a Thalia. That probably ain't it, Chief. I'm gonna take a guess, take a friendly wager, and say that ain't it. What you got? Dead? Dead? We dead? Played so slow. Also, that name is long. I suspect Stainage. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I've ever met Tiki Jiki either. He's just like, they're just very, very like loyal and always in my stream, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate their support. Joe just looking on people to make himself feel better. He's not shitting on people. He's just asking for a legitimate distribution of ranking so that he can more accurately understand how great he actually is. Joe is a man of precision. And he wishes to know exactly where he stands. Simian Spirit Guide. We getting angered? Did you actually draw the anger? What a savage. No, don't anger me. I don't deserve it. Okay, deal. Currently down on board. Got another removal spell? Okay, that's actually a very good removal spell. Tilt. Gaddock Teeg. Can we cast that? Jeez, we can. Yes. Look at me. My mana base is so great. Is the 1 damage worth it? 4 damage, 6. Oh no, this damage actually might matter. Because they have a removal spell thing and stuff from dying next turn. Thank you for the 69 bits. Perfect. Thank you very much, Jenny. The appropriate amount of bits. Dude, Tiki, do not nuke Joe. I will unmod you if you nuke Joe. Joe's great. Tell me about this command thing you guys were discussing earlier. Is there like a million on my channel? I don't know how to access them. I think it's like ! command list, right? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's comm list. Can one of the mods, Butter, I think you guys know what's going on. I don't actually know what it is. I think it's like comm list that like on MTGBot that brings up the list of commands that are created. I have like a million of them because my mods tend to meme a lot. So that's where I'm at. Gosh, this is like actually really awkward. Because like, no, we know their card hands through the breach, right? So there's just no reason to play Gaddock Teeg here. Yeah, there's no reason to play Gaddock Teeg here. Because they can't remove a spell plus through the breach. Attack with all creatures. Comm list, did that work? How do you find the list of commands? We can figure this out real quick. List of commands. MTG bot. Do this, of course, when I'm egregiously behind on time. Go opponent F6. Nor list, reg list, registered users. Why is there so much documentation? Song list. Hey, look, we won. We're so professional. Oh, there we go. One of these worked. It said you can find my list of commands here. So one of these worked. Saya won't let me play. All right, there we go. 3-0. We are crushing the friendly leagues because we are professional. We've played against all real decks, all stuff we're gonna see at the Open. Actually, we probably have. We've probably played against like what? We played against Blue Red, which we're gonna play against. I don't know what the other deck was. Oh, it's Jeskai. Like Jeskai Tempo. People are gonna play Jeskai Control. It's close enough. And we played against Grishelbrand. I don't know. That deck's not that common, but people still play it. And people fucking suck at Artifact. I mean, Artifact just came out today, Butter. What do you mean they suck at Artifact? It literally came out today. You can't expect this game to be solved and everybody to be a professional. Plus, like, you're at an egregious advantage because you've played, like, other card games competitively. So, like, at the point at which you're, like, in that spot, like, you're just going to, like, run trains on the new people. So, of course, people are going to, like, suck as, like, a comparison point. Hey, mod Joe. We're gonna mod Joe. Get modded, Joe. You're not gonna be around much, but when you're here, I want you to have a good time. So you just got modded. And also, Joe, if you wish to clean up my commands, feel free to do so. You can start a command war with the mods. I think Artificial and Butter and Rudy. Rudy loves to make commands. Those are the three real culprits. Artificial, Butter, and Rudy. They all love making commands. And so I have a million commands, and they're all over the place. I recommend checking out your stream. Rudy's in on your stream. How do you manage to get it open yet? It opened earlier. Like, it said, MTGBot said that you can find a list of commands here. Alright, let's try commands again. Yeah, there we go. Exclamation point commands. There you go. Joe, the most technologically savvy. This is weird. I have 3 1-drops, and I'm tempted to lead on this one so I can turn 2 Mantis Rider, especially if they... Whoa. Forest? Is this like spirits? Gosh, I really want to lead on Noble Hierarch. Like, because leading on Noble Hierarch is actually the correct thing to do in the mirror. Because the mirror is a lot about whoever plays the first Mantis Rider. What to do? But, like, nobody plays Forest in humans. And I think if I'm playing against, like, spirits or elves, playing Mantis Rider earlier is not that important. Gosh, this is tough. I think I'm going to play Aether Vial. I think this is a win in doubt, just always play the Aether Vial. Like, if I was positive it was the mirror, I'd lead on Hierarch, but... I made the exclamation point thing. I'm clicking on the link now. Oh. Joe, you're like a partnered streamer, aren't you? How do you not have this figured out? Okay, to be fair, I have no idea what's going on in Twitch. I basically just, like, mess a bunch of stuff up and wait for my mods to yell at me. Scavenging ooze, huh? Very interesting. Scavenging ooze is probably not great in this matchup unless we're doing trades, which I don't really foresee ourselves doing. Well, that's actually a very, very good draw. So yeah, we just, like, hold the Hierarch, I guess. Just, like... I think I'm incentivized to hold this in case I do draw a Phantasmal Image. Although, no, I have Vial. Never mind. Come on. White. And we have Hierarchs too. I don't even know what I'm talking about. White. Here's another champion. Alright. And then we can hold up the trick. We can hold up the super sneaky trick of having another 1-drop. After playing 2 1-drops on my turn. Oh, you were talking about Oarsman? I just turned to your stream and thought you made me a mod. Oh no, I forgot there's multiple Joes. I'm sorry, Stepo. What's going on, man? You're gonna be in Baltimore, right? I don't remember because I thought you were talking to me about hotel plans, but I ended up with like random. Oh no, you're in our hotel, right? Am I insane? I might be really dumb. You're in our hotel. I was talking to you about the Envy, I think, and you did get back to me. That's what it was. That's what it was. Never mind. Ignore everything I said. I know you're gonna be there. But listen, Joe. Stempo. I guess I should do Stempo and Lisette. There we go. We'll differentiate. Am I getting Collected Companied? What are we doing here? Collected Company, main phase. Sure. Deal. What do you got? You got some Knight of the Reliquaries? You do! You're a Knight of the Reliquary deck. Exciting. And another Noble Hierarch. And a fetch land. You got 2 cards in hand. So this means that your Knight of the Reliquary can realistically be 3/3. I can't think of any 1-mana spells. There's no crop rotation in this format. Put a counter on this. I'm out of 1-drops. Really would like to draw like a 2-drop, right? Chat! I'm perfect. Gosh, what to do? What to do? It's like I can make my champions enormous and just like get on this race plan. I really want this Mantis Rider in play though. And I really want a 4/4 Mantis Rider in play. But, like, specifically if they have, like, Retreat to Coral Helm or, like, another Collected Company, like, I'll feel so stupid for not having played this Kitesail Freebooter. Even Path to Exile would make me look kind of dumb. I can, like, respond to a fetch. I'm actually just going to play, like... I'm going to play my Mantis Rider and just, like, go to combat and see what happens. I should actually, like, tap for the appropriate mana. Here's a Mantis Rider. Alright, what? Oh, gosh. I should probably make hotel plans. Jenny, are you going to Baltimore? That raises questions. Hotel. Me drinking the hotel. It's the Motel Hotel Holiday Inn. Have you ever heard the song? Value Town better than Spirits. Fun fact. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief. Combat. Attack with these guys. And this lets them make their scavenging ooze bigger, which, like, races really well. But, like, I think, like, Thalia's Lieutenant plus double champion is just, like, always going to race better. So the question is, do I want to push 3 more damage? This is 7, puts them to 11. I don't think I actually do. I think we're going to stop in their upkeep just in case. And if they fetch, we're going to respond to the fetch. Alright. I lied. I want to stop in the draw step. Actually, I don't even want to stop in the draw step. I just, like, want to, like, not. Got a Coralhelm? Tireless Tracker. Deal. They get to fetch. Ooh, they have a land. Very nice. One creature in graveyard for Scavenging Ooze. They can crack this clue. This is very interesting. They don't have Collect Company up. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just vial in this like Kitesail Freebooter to get an extra flyer in play. I think the flyer is gonna be really important. Boop, boop. Maybe I've misplayed this turn. Like it's very reasonable for me to have misplayed this turn. Like I probably should have Kitesailed at a different point in this turn, but another night. Okay. 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 I should probably always yield to that. No. Horizon Canopy is a good draw. Sack it. Draw a card. Good card. What we get? Whew! That qualifies. That chat qualifies. Alright, you're at 11. I can just like attack for a billion. What if I make another Mantis Rider? Are they dead to flyers? 8, 10, no. Tilt. Still kind of want to just make another Mantis Rider. What are we thinking? Ken, what's going on? Hey fam, you going to be at the Legacy League this weekend? No, I'm going to be in Baltimore playing some Legacy. I mean, some Modern. I'd love to be playing Legacy. You said Legacy, I thought Legacy. You know, I'll be playing some Modern. Might play the Standard Classic if I scrub out. Win and if I scrub out. Freebooter's bad. Freebooter's great. I don't know what to do. I think I'm just going to like Thalia's Lieutenant, trigger in the stack, make a Mantis Rider, and just like attack for a billion. Well, I could make a Thalia's Lieutenant. I can think about it a little longer. What does making a Thalia's Lieutenant do? 5, 7, just like put super lethal on board, and I get to have bigger ground attackers, so that like the blocks make more sense. Nah, I like making another Mantis Rider. Let's put these in the stack. Make these ginormous, because like these are basically already trivially large. Even around like Night of the Reliquaries and stuff, they're trivially large. Use this to make this. We're gonna make a copy of. We're gonna make a Mantis Rider, which like I think guarantees the most damage. All right. They do not want to play Magic with me anymore. I don't understand. I don't know why they would have that opinion, but I had a good time. All right, you're a Knight of the Reliquary deck. I like Anafenza. They're a Birds and Hierarch deck, which probably means we need Staticaster, which feels really bad because we have Hierarchs, but I think we just need that card. Single Mopey, Dismember's great. Kitesail's super mopey. Boop. Boop. Thalia's not great. They're not a Vial deck, though, so I don't really know. Like, they're a Path deck. Do I want Sin Collector? It feels really bad. I feel like Kitesail's probably better than Sin Collector. Maybe we just want Thalia in our deck. Make their collecting companies cost 1 billion mana. This would be another good spot to have the Whirler Rogues in these spots. We've not brought this card in yet, and it'd be good as Whirler Rogues. Definitely think I would play Whirler Rogues. Whatever, let's just do this. Anybody in chat have better ideas? If I was off Friday, I'd join Baltimore. I'm still down for the Envy, even with me not being queued up. I can go with you guys. All right, sure. I don't know what my hotel plans are. I actually don't think I have hotel plans yet. I think I'm driving with Chris. I'm not sure, though. I don't know. I actually really am not sure about plans, so I'm still pretty open. So if you want to travel to the Envy, I'm here for it. I am here for it if you'd like to come with. You can always get queued by spiking an event. Yeah, if you go to Baltimore this weekend, you'd have an opportunity to qualify. Well, what are you doing? Just skip work. Magic is work, right? Hello? I think this hand's a keep. Like, this is the exact hand we were talking about earlier with Dennis. We were talking about, like, these, like, hands. We kept it last time, worked out. Keep it again. This feels like a Joe approved 7. I've seen Joe keep some egregious hands. Lisette, that is. If you're still around, love you, Joe. But man, some of the hands you keep on stream, they're special, and we do it because we're professional. This is why you do it, I guess. You've been trained to believe that this is reasonable. Just over here, bad mouthing Joe, and he was nice. He was nice enough to stop by. What? There he is. Hi, Joe. Oh, everybody's a mod. So many mods. Yay. Alright. What do you mean? Some of the hands you keep, man. They're, special. Man, I wish we had an Izzet Staticaster. I don't know what I feel tempted to put into play here. Like, double champion's attractive. Just, like, start clogging up the ground. And then, like, if we draw land, like, follows it 10 plus image it is, like, pretty hot. But, like, Anafenza is actually bigger. They do look ugly when it doesn't come together. Yeah. Actually, you were talking about this exact point, I think, on your last stream, where you're talking about the hands that, like, you feel comfortable. Like, you were talking about how, like, you feel, like, you remind yourself that you feel comfortable with your win rate and, like, your style of play, but, like, some of the games that, like, that happen when it doesn't get there just, like, look like an absolute slaughter. And it's like, I really liked that point. That was something that kind of stuck with me. Is like, that's true. Like, just because you ended up getting slaughtered doesn't mean the decision was inherently wrong. Gosh. I don't know why I'm taking so hard on this. It just, like, feels like... This feels like actually a really crucial turn. Because, like, they're so far ahead on mana. And, like, we don't really have the opportunity to be, like, super perfectly mana efficient. Like, Bugler is, like, a pretty mopey turn, so I think I'm off that. Anafenza is a reasonable turn. But, like, not great. Double Champion is, like, pretty attractive. And, like, I'm incentivized to put my champions into play before playing anything else anyway. I think for that reason, I'm going to play Champions of the Parish. I don't know if this is right. I think I just, like, this feels like the safe play. Like, it feels like the obvious play where it's just, like, put your champions into play, then play everything else. I think there's real merit to, like, Anafenza. Or even just, like, actually, like, a reasonable turn there would have been potentially, like, play a champion, Phantasmal Image, Noble Hierarch, and just, like, get my mana going for the next turn. I actually think that would also be a very reasonable turn, because we're getting companied here. Worship. Probably should have sniffed that out. Do we have a way to win this game? We can deck them. I think we're dead. I think we're dead. I think we can probably pick up to this. We have no way to make them lose life. Alright, yeah, we're dead. We're dead. We're dead. You got me. I didn't expect that card to be in your deck. Why did people play that card? I guess it's very good against me. Oh, bleh. We died. We super dead. Thalia's. I'm gonna put a Teeg in my deck too because I'm a monster. Brendan, what's going on, brother? How's it going? I think the double champ is best line here. Yeah, I agree. I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you agree. Man, everybody's got swords. I need to, like, unmod some people. I just, like, always want to make sure that I have friends around to, like... I'm probably just 2 dice. I'm just, like, always want to make sure I have friends around to, like, actually clean up chat for, like, in case somebody coming in here just, like, wanting to clown around. Just want to make sure I have somebody here. So, like, I always err on the side of, like, more mods rather than less. This hand's, like, really good. And... Because, like, I think this actually probably is a matchup, like, where just slamming a Mantis Rider in turn 2 is, like, very, very good. Whoa, I have a sword. Yeah, I gave you a sword. Like, I don't expect you to be, like... You're pretty busy, man. I don't expect you to be around for long, but, like, when you're here, I want you, like... I think it's, like... You're a big Twitch personality that, like, knows how to, like, behave in a stream, and like... I just, like, am, like, super terrified of, like... just people coming in here being degenerate. Like, I was watching Brad's stream the other day. Brad and BBD were streaming, and, like, they just had these, like, people that had these, like, fake accounts or whatever that were just coming in being, like, so obnoxious, and it was, like, pretty awful for, like, viewing experience, because they were just, like,
posting these like bitwise private parts, these like ASCII private parts all over the place, and just like links to like stuff that you shouldn't be like linking. And it's just like, why? Who has time for this? And like, it's just like a nightmare scenario for me. Is like when I'm streaming and have these people come through and just like be absolutely degenerate. Like I just have no patience for that. I think it's like super rude, disrespectful. Like streaming is so much work, and people put so much of their life into it. And you just like want to come in and just like be awful to these people. I just like have no patience for it. That is fine. That resolves. Boom. We have 2 answers to worship. 2. All right, make blue, white, red. Look how functional our mana base is. All right, I just want to get this in play and start attacking, because like next turn we're like probably going to play like a Gaddock Teeg. Hope not to get worshipped. Honestly, like I might just go like worship, play this, and like even though like this, like that's redundant. Like if they have Path to Exile into worship, we're dead. Might be playing a little too scared, but like worship's really good against us. I died to that card a lot. Me hype. Ooh, look at that! Look at that ore face. That's adorable. You've got the really spiky hair in that picture. Oh man, too cute, too cute. I hope I stay. Chillin', man. Nice to see you streaming tonight. I might be at SCGBALT, but IDK yet. That's sweet. Be awesome to link up with you there, Brendan. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We've been live for about 2 hours, 15 minutes. I believe we're on the 4th match, although I'm losing track at this point in time. We're on the 4th or 5th match with humans, and after this we're going to play Titan Shift, and that'll probably conclude the night. Like, I've done enough socialization that it's probably going to take enough time. But I really appreciate you guys. I am testing for... These are two legitimate decks I'm considering for Baltimore. Probably going to make the decision after tonight because I don't have time to test tomorrow. So probably just going to like close my eyes, throw a dart, and decide what I want to do. Devoted Druid, are you for real? Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's just interesting. So here's what we can do. We can Gaddock Teeg, which, like, I would Hierarch, like, we're doing Hierarch no matter what, because I want access to 4 mana. So we can Hierarch plus Teeg, which lets us, it keeps us from getting, like, Court of Calling or Collected Company or Worshipped. But if they have natural Vizier, then we die. If we Meddling Mage, we can name Vizier, but then we have all these other things, which probably means Teeg's the right play, because like exactly Vizier into the rest of the combo is the kill at that point in time. So that's probably merit for having Gaddock Teeg in play over Meddling Mage, but the Meddling Mage does like it's one of those scenarios where you just like look really, really dumb if like you just get like Viziered into killed and you just like play this Gaddock Teeg over a Meddling Mage naming Vizier, knowing we could have done that. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but that's kind of what I think. I think Gaddock Teeg shuts more things that they could be doing down. I don't even know that they're a Court of Calling deck, but it does shut down Worship and Company, and like both of those are very viable ways of getting a Vizier into play. And like it would make sense that like that's how this would play out. I can send you a sweet list. I have a list already, but feel free to send me something if you want me to just like look at what you're thinking. I'm here for it. What am I doing? I'm hitting him for 5. Yes, I'm doing that. 5U. Put you on the 3 turn. Alright. Green. White. Perfect mana. Perfect mana! Play Teeg. Woo-hoo! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. They have responses. Go. If they tap out, Thalia's Eternity might just be, like, lethal. That'd be good. If we draw a Phantasmal Image, might just be lethal anywhere. 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, they have to fetch. They have to fetch. Womp womp. We dead? You got white mana? What are we doing? What are you doing? Trekker? Finks. Alright, well. Still a 2 turn with Mantis. 1 Mantis boy. Although we need to get that bird out of the way. You've already fetched. Why are we fetching now? A Scavenging Ooze. Okay, well now it's shut forever. Blech! That's a good draw. That is a pretty good draw. Although I think it's actually unnecessary. Because we just like play them both, hit them for 7. They go to 2. They can like gain life next turn. think we just thought he was a 10 plus Meddling Mage. Meddling Mage, I want Meddling Mage to be smaller because I'm probably never attacking with it, so we play the Thalia's Lieutenant first. Okay. Yep, Thalia's Lieutenant first. Okay. Sorry, I had to work that out a little bit. What's going on? Does it... Jethro Monk. Does it have a 5-mana sorcery? It does in the sideboard. I mean, there's multiple 5-mana sorceries you can play in Scapeshift decks. That's what happens when you ramp a bunch. You can play, like, Hour of Devastation. That was a Becky special. You could play Primal Command, which is the one that I'm playing in my sideboard. You could play Bring to Light, which I'm not playing. What are we naming? We're not naming a sweeper, right? So we're just naming Vizier. I think it's of Remedies, right? Jeez, there's a million Viziers. Alright, Google time. To the Google. Vizier of Remedies. I think it's Vizier Remedies. Oh, look at me. I'm so smart with them. Boop. Vizier of Remedies. Boop. We're in that one. Alright. Now let's go to combat. Attack you 4/6. Put you 2/3. Hey-ya. And that should put a lot of things as lethal next turn. Even around blocking. Playing Scavenging Ooze actually kind of didn't feel super right. Like, I kind of want to be able to jump to, like, keep playing Magic. Like, that just signal that they definitely have a path? Kind of feel like that's what that signals to me. Alright, well, we drew mana, so we're good to go. So, what do you have? I don't really want to attack with Teeg. I kind of just want to attack with both of these. I guess we can wait on Horizon Canopy. Let's play Champion of the Parish. I honestly might be able to attack with Hierarchs too. I don't really know. Don't really know what my attack is going to look like. I'm going to like do this first and then figure it out. But I think there's a reasonable chance we attack with Hierarchs. Boop. Boop. That was a very inefficient way of stacking my triggers, but we did it. Alright, we got a 5/5, another 5/5, both of which are lethal. So if we talk with everybody, the obvious blocks are like, you have 4 ground blockers, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ground attackers. So you would take 2, and I assume profitably trade pretty well. Assuming that if you have Path to Exile into Collecting Company, which would feel really dumb. So I think what I'm inclined to do is go to combat and attack with the Thalia's Lieutenant and the Mantis Rider, both of which are lethal threats. I think that's what makes the most sense. Attacking with just Lieutenant Mantis now seems wrong. Why does it seem wrong? Like, they don't stay alive with the Kitchen Pink's block. And like even this block, like next turn they're still dead to the Mantis Rider in the air. I don't know. I don't hate this. Like, this is like feels like kind of the obvious. Although no, they gain one more life. Sure, whatever. Like, I just feel like I'm under a pretty good fort. Like, I don't feel like I'm in danger of dying. They can't worship. They can't Coco. They can't Eternal Witness and block again. Alright. Sure. Still drawing a Reflector Mage as a kill. Is it still in the deck? I think there. Yeah. Reflector Mage, still a kill. Lets us crack a Canopy to find it. Another Thalia's Lieutenant lets us attack for a lot more. Although now we probably... Well, that's another Thalia's Lieutenant, so... I think you're dead, kiddo. Let's cast this. I'm probably just going to right-click attack with all and, like, let them blow me out. Like, they have access to a lot less mana than they did last turn. Yeah, they don't want to play Magic anymore. That's fair. Won the match. Boom! 4-0. Alright, well, apparently I'm just going to, like, 5-0. Although, I don't think that deck is going to be that popular either, so... But, I mean, it's modern. You can play against anything. It's reasonable that Humans is just, like, a very powerful deck. Like, the whole statement that I made, I think, at the beginning of this video about, like, Humans still being very good, but maybe not as well positioned as it otherwise could be.
is like still gonna hold up. Like that probably explains like how like why I've just like done terrible in the opens despite having like buys, you know, whatever. Like I just like cannot day 2 and open with humans to save my life, but like it comes in and crushes the classics because like humans is still a very powerful deck, but like against the stuff that like a lot of people are playing as the flavor of the week, it's just not very good against those decks. So like you just die a lot in the opens because that's where a lot of the flavor week ends up, and like the classics just have like a little bit less of that and like a little more open metagame, and humans are just like much better against that. Sand is a mulligan. I want to mulligan this hand. I'm not sure I can. I'm gonna play. I probably can. I don't know. Humans just does not mulligan well, but this hand is just like really mopey. Mulligan. Ooh. This is close. Turn 1, go. Assuming there's a land on top, we get the Hierarch. That might not even be good enough. All right, we'll mulligan again. I think we have to keep this. Yeah. Like, that has a reasonable curve. You get life from Scoos and Finks, whereas it would have been easier to set up a lethal attack for pushing damage. How do you mean? Do you throw? Like, in what? Like, what attack was better there? Did you just want to attack with Mantis Rider? Hardened Scales. I might actually concede without playing a card. I'm trying to think if there's like any merit to like playing this game out, because Meddling Mage is not even good against Hardened Scales, and like this is one of our harder matchups. I actually think I'm gonna concede without playing anything. All right, because like us knowing the matchup and them not is pretty powerful. I mean, it's not that powerful. The matchup still sucks, but like maybe we could steal a game off them. This card's good. This card's good. This card's good. I don't know. I actually have this one up somewhere. Let's see. Boop 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 boop. Hardened Scales. I want. One is it Staticaster? I guess we'll bring both in. I want these cards. I don't think Izzet Staticaster is very good, but I guess we're bringing them in. So, Kitesail Freebooter and Thalia. I think Thalia's worse. So we're gonna cut some Thalias and some Kitesails. Boop, just like that. If we had Whirler Rogues, obviously we'd bring them in. Damping Spheres have looked really bad. What's going on, Teddy? How's it going? How is it going? I'd just do Mantis or Mantis Noble's Lieutenant. You aren't removing a blocker, you're just giving them more life with Mantis plus Lieutenant. The Noble attack just requires them to line things up a little differently, right? Like they just chump, but they get to gain a lot more life with Scavenging Ooze. Like they get to untap and just have a turn where they make a really big Scavenging Ooze and gain a bunch of life. I don't know. I would have to like go back and look at that again, because like I did kind of make the decision. It's just like, hey, I'm done thinking about it. But I think you might have been correct. I think I needed to line up like blocks a little better, because like for me it was like either like my two considerations were Mantis and Thalia's Lieutenant, or just like everybody. And there may have been like a 1 or 2 more attacker thing I could have done. I just like wasn't super attracted to it, because I just like wanted to make them throw the Finks into the bus and make it smaller. That way I could slam with everybody next turn. Boop. This hand is significantly better, I think. We have lands. We have spells. Alright, sure. It's a lot of 1-mana spells. If they had Chalice on one, we are dead. Dead-orino. Actually, it's not true. We have Cavern. Human. We have Cavern and Aether Vial. Actually, we're like, Chalice on one does almost nothing. Oh, Aether Vial. There we go. Haha, I'm humans. You probably sideboarded for some terrible combo deck, but it turns out humans just sideboards badly. Actually, I mean, not sideboards, mulligans. That's something that has been a big problem for me. Like, I put Avacyn's Pilgrim in my deck because I think I get regionals, because I think humans actually does not mulligan very well at all, which is another draw to like Titan Shift. Even though Titan Shift has a fail rate in and of itself, like so does humans, because of just like, hey, that's a good draw, because of this thing right here. Just like, this is awkward. Do I put 2 champions to play or 2 hierarchs? I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put hierarchs into play. Ugh. I might just leave this freaking vial at 1. Gosh, if they have Walking Ballista. Maybe we do like a 1-1 split. Where we play like a hierarch and a champion. Is that awful? That doesn't feel awful, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do a 1-1 split. Putting 2 hierarchs into play might be reasonable, like if I just like want to knight next turn, right? But like, if I'm not knighting next turn, like I'd really like to have a big champion of the Parish. I mean, we knew about this card. So maybe I just like wanted to Knight or Reflector Mage for sure. I don't know. If we draw land, though, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I think I did this in the main phase on accident. Oops. Oh, they're tapped out. They could have Mox up. Okay. I actually might leave this at 1. Nah, I'm taking it up to 2. Because we took this line, I'm taking it up to 2. Yes. No! That's like a land. It's just not a land. The chip. Man, I got punished for that quite hard. Boop. Green. Noble. Alright. Although I am pretty happy to be able to be attacking for 6 here on like turn 3. It's pretty nice. Like, I don't feel too bad about that. I do feel a little goofy that like we probably gonna have to like Knight plus Reflector next turn. We're not in that bad of a spot. Like we get to kill their thing plus something else. Wilpolium, Crackling Wilpolium. What's going on? Play champ, hold up Vial. Yeah. If you're jumping your full board, that's great. Like the single Pilgrim in Humans, using the Collins Mullins approach of mulliganing to a ramp effect. Yeah. I mean, that's what I do. I do the Collins Mullen thing. Well, I actually don't care that much about this. Because, like, if they Ravager or whatever, they play... Oh, geez, that's actually one of the scariest 2-drops they could play. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Letting me untap, though, seems pretty rough. I'm not sure I'm with that. Yes.
This lets me Knight of Autumn plus Reflector Mage. Okay. Green, white, another. I think I'm fine casting the Knight of Autumn and holding up Reflector Mage. I think Reflector Mage is going to be, like, it has the bigger body. So I'm fine if they just, like, want to use a counter to ping off Knight of Autumn. They definitely should have, like, just killed my Hierarchs, right? Like, just, like, put counters and stuff, ping my Hierarchs. Alright. Destroy target affecting enchantment. We'll target this. Go away! Alright, now the question is, do we want to bounce here? Like, so we have 2 options. We can bounce the Ballista in response here before it gets 2 more counters. It goes to 4. Or we can bounce the Steel Overseer. I actually think I like bouncing the Steel Overseer. Because, like, the only difference, I think, is, like, we get to... Because, like, if they go to, like, kill any of these guys, we get to respond by... Yeah, that's fine. They could have done that anyway. Like, they could have killed these 2 creatures anyway. The only difference is Knight of Autumn. If they go to kill any of these creatures, I'm just going to, like... Reflector Mage in response, right? Let me let that happen. Hey, Wilpolium, thank you very much for the subscription. That means a lot to me. I appreciate it, brother. If you have a sub list you want me to play, including Amulet Titan, make sure to submit that to me. And next time we do sub list, so get that taken care of. What's happening? Why are you not responding again? Oh, I see. Boop. And actually, it turns out to have made no difference at all. So it was just strictly better since they did fall for the trap of attempting to kill one of my champions in the parish. So that's really good for me. Yay me! Everything's wonderful. We get to keep the 2-1. Combat. Attack you for 8. Put you to like super dead. Die! This game's going much better than I would expect, given that they just had the 4/4 Ballista last turn, and we have not hit our second land drop ever. So, yes. I love you too, Will. It means a lot. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, the greed. This is nice. Isn't it? My sub list, I'll torture you a bit. That's fine. You would not be the first one to torture me a bit. What are you doing? No! Stop! Dang it. Alright, we need to draw land. We need to draw land bad. Alright, always yield. Champion of the Parish. It's a magic card. Well, I mean, they are at 6. I wish I could cast Phantasmal Image. That'd be really nice. This is just like legitimately like the question is which spell do I want to have like Walking Ballisted because they have to block this turn. Bleh. I guess I'd rather have the champion Walking Ballisted, right? I don't know. I don't know for sure. We're just gonna go to combat and attack with everybody. I think. Okay, so they can do what? They can sack Darksteel Citadel, get 2 more counters, go to 4, sack Arcbound Ravager, and put 4 counters on Walking Ballista. And 4 counters on Walking Ballista makes a 6/6. They can kill Champion and block. This 6/6 Champion is still really important, though, right? Like, attacking with everybody. What happens if I attack with everybody? So they block... Do they block 2 things? Yeah, they block... Let's say they block the 2 biggest things. Make Ballista into a 6/6. Shoot Knight of Autumn. Take 2, go to 4. And then, like... Eat my champion on 4. So we lose champion on 4 to an eat. We lose Knight of Autumn. They take 2. This is blocked. They go to 4, and we have a 6/6. All right. Well, that's not that bad. Because I think in that case, no, the Ballista's still around on 5 counters. I think we need to attack with everybody here. Anyway, still based on using Overseer, and you can reflect in response. Should have blown up Scales with Knight instead. I don't like that. Still baits them into using Overseer, and then you can Reflector in response. You want to Reflector the... what's it called in response? I mean, them having a Steel Overseer this turn is, like, I think the same, right? Like, they would just have an extra counter on each of their things. This only gets worse if you let them untap those things. I mean, yeah. I think we just have to attack with everybody. It's not a great turn. Honestly, it's not as bad of a turn as you'd think, though. Like, for them basically still having the best cards in the matchup. Yeah, this block's obvious. Now they're going to sack this to this, then sack this to this, then kill this and eat this and take 2, go to 4. They still have a 6/6 that they have to deal with, but they have to have a land to pump to make their guy 7. Oh, wait, how did they go to... Oh, no, the counters! Yeah, okay, never mind. I lied. They get to untap kill this, which is just super bad. I lied. I thought it was only going to be a 6/6. It's going to be a 7/7 because Hardened Scales is a busted magic card. Okay. Deal. So they have a land. If they have land and pump... Land plus pump, we're still super dead. Right? We need to draw like a 3-drop. We'd have to draw like Reflector Mage. I think we have to draw Reflector Mage. Did you bounce Overseer? You should kill Scales and bounce Ballista instead. Yeah, I bounced Overseer. You should kill Scales and bounce Ballista instead. Hardened Scales math is rough. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I tried to do the math right. They can't shoot anything else, I think, that turn. Ancient Strings. I guess they need a land. Like, if they have land, I think land pump is, like, clearly the turn. Ravager's not a bad one. Jeez, if they have a land here and Ravager, jeez. Alright, what does this look like? We need to draw, like, we need to draw well. We need to have a good 3-drop here. Put this in the stack. Good 3-drop. Good 3-drop. What are you doing? Nature's Claim? Well, that was actually pretty good. Right. What does that do? Makes them shoot Reflector Mage, right? Them shooting Reflector Mage is just so good. Alright. Yeah, I think this makes them shoot Reflector Mage. I don't know for sure. I'm just gonna copy stuff. There's gonna be something I can copy, I promise you that. Yep, shoot that. Shoot that. It's dead. You're killing it. You're killing my guy, my mans. Okay. Make a copy of Champion of the Parish. I think my Champion of the Parish is bigger. That's a 7/7. So if we attack, they chump. Put 3 counters on Ballista. It becomes a 6/6, but we have a 7/7. If we attack with Little Champion of the Parish, they trade. Do they chump? They may just take it. I'm trying to figure out if I'm supposed to attack with both here. What is the merit to attacking with both? Am I supposed to attack with both here? Skills are so absurd the deck you need to get the board ASAP. You're probably right. Gosh, Hardened Skills math is hard. So if we attack with both, they can let champion through, do the same chump block, or they can have Ballista eat champion, do the same chump block. Yeah, the Ballista just eats the champion in that scenario, right? So I should just attack for 7. Alright, this lets them chump, put 3 counters on, and I'm still in a really bad position. Great! Yes! Oh, this is so bad. Alright, put 3 counters in your Ballista. I think they have a Ravager in hand, which is, like, pretty awful. They can shoot it, go into 1, and then play a Ravager next turn. Not interested in doing that. Hardened Scales number 2. That's pretty good. That's also pretty good. Our opponent has drawn quite well. These are all very good Magic cards. Alright, well, let's see what we got. Still needs to be like one of the powerful 3-drops. Meddling Mage ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. Your name's still Overseer. So, Ballista is currently a pseudo, like, 9/9 or whatever. This is, like, functionally dead. You should play Meddling Mage. I mean, it's, like, pretty bad. We're going to name Steel Overseer since it's in their hand. It is one of the cards we actually know in their hand. Boop. Alright, pump all our stuff. Then we're just going to go combat. Like, this dies to, like, a single counter, but whatever. Combat. Attack with everybody. Please die to this. I don't think they're dead. I think we're quite dead. 11-11? Alright, let's read all this stuff that G-Throw was talking about. I don't have a lot of experience with skills, but I feel like humans with big champions in the Parish, I think, can handle most non-ballistic cards, save for animation module. No, you're probably right. Like, I think champions are big. They're good. They can threaten lethal with a deck. Yeah, definitely. Do you just, like, let this happen? What are you doing? Sack. Make the guy bigger. Yep. 11-11. So you just eat the guy, take 2, go to 2, and then just eat my stuff. Yeah. Oh, you don't even have to take 2. That's so good. And now we have to jump block. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Yep. Yep. Big ballistas, big scary. Move my creatures out of the way. Deck. Need to draw Knight of Autumn. Knight of Autumn. Steel Overseer. Knight of Autumn. Knight of Autumn. Knight of Autumn. Bugler. That blocks. I'm really not interested in playing this Hierarch. Ugh. I can't think of any 2-drops I can hit that I'd want to cast. So... let's just pass. Maybe there's a 2-drop I want to cast. I don't know. I'm doing this no matter what. I'm just going to do it now. What do you... what? Why do you... what? Okay. Why did you wait so long to do that? Here you go. Phantasmal Image. Cast Phantasmal Image. We're going to make a Steel Overseer, probably. Yep. Alright, I think we're super dead. Super dead. Which is pretty frustrating considering they're at 4. 4! We were so close! We were so close on our deck that never draws lands. Alright, I'm probably going to let them do their craziness here and then concede. Weep. They can pump it. No blocks. I'm going to attack you for 1. I got you. I'm coming for you. Unclaimed Territory ain't it. We're dead. You got me. Dead. Hardened Scales Affinity. Not a good matchup. More at 11. Although I think a lot of people are going to be playing that deck. So, I mean, some rough hands, rough mulligans. Lost to probably one of our worst matchups in Modern, to be honest. And they had some really good draws. But that concludes the humans portion of this. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a deck wrap up for YouTube.
And this will be up on YouTube hopefully later tonight. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes to upload to YouTube. But, yeah, I mean, like, literally just played stock humans main deck. These were supposed to be Whirler Rogues. Damning Sphere was atrocious. If I'm going to play humans, they're going to be Whirler Rogues. I do like the rest of the sideboard, though. Like, I think 1 Anafenza plus 2 Grafdigger's Cage is, like, good insurance against, like, Arclights and Dredge decks. And I think that 2 Teeg is really necessary right now. I think there's a lot of KCI, a lot of Tron going around. I think Teeg is a really good card. Auriok Champion is just, like, honestly one of the better cards in the sideboard. It's one of the better cards we have access to. Even though we didn't play it that much, it's really good in a lot of spots where our deck just, like, kind of falls short, like Mario Pyromancer and, like, even against Dredge. This card's incredible against Dredge. That one was great. Almost want a third, but don't really know where to fit a third. Most of the rest of these cards are pretty established. Like, only 1 Sin Collector is a little low, but we have double Whirler Rogue as, like, cards that are good against fair decks and, like, still good against, like, the spirits and good against, like, humans and a bunch of these, like, creature decks that fill the board. Would die to Titan this weekend if I'm playing the sideboard I'm talking about. But, I mean, if you don't want to die to Titan, playing Damping Sphere is pretty reasonable. Very good against Tron, but, I mean, it's just good against big mana, right? So it's not the most unreasonable. Deck's insane. Pokimoki says deck is insane. Deck is quite good. I'm not sure that the deck is insane. As I was saying at the beginning of this video, I'm a little worried that this deck is, like, not going to be good against what people are actually going to show up to Baltimore with, at which point I should be playing something else. What else you say? Titan Shift. Titan Shift. Because Titan Shift is good against, I think Titan Shift is good against humans, good against Dredge, and good, like, reasonable against Arclight. I don't want to say it's, like, great. I don't even want to say it's that good against humans. It's, like, only above average because the deck's, like, kind of inherently less powerful. But I do think that it is, like, I think Titan Shift is still pretty inherently powerful. Like, it pretty consistently, like, turn 4 kills people. Either escape shifts or, like, put you, like, super dead with a Titan to turn 5 kill you. And, like, it does that with pretty good consistency. It's kind of hard to hate out. And I think that, like, that strategy is better against what people are probably going to show up. Like, what a lot of the players are going to show up to Baltimore with. It's a little weird, too, because, like when you have buys, like, not trying to humble brag here, feel free to fire at me, but when you have buys, I think that humans gets a little bit worse because I think that you're at the point at which you're 2-0, right? Like, you're going to play against, like, slightly less nonsense. There's still going to be nonsense around, but you're playing against slightly less nonsense than you would if you're, like, playing rounds 1 and 2. And, like, Titan Shift, while it is still kind of good against nonsense, because it's just, like, I mean, if you're doing nonsense and you're not disrupting me before turn 4, like, you're still going to die. Like, Titan Shift still dies to plenty of nonsense, whereas humans is actually, like, much better against nonsense than even Titan Shift is. But, like, Titan Shift has a fail rate in being, like, kind of a, like, it's kind of underwhelming deck. Like, you're relying on drawing one of, like, 11 cards that are payoff and to win the game every game, but, like, you do filter your deck, stuff like that. Whereas this deck, I think humans, the fail rate on humans is it doesn't mulligan very well. We kind of got to see the butt end of that in match number 3, which ironically is where we needed it the most, right? Like, we're playing against our hardest matchup, but we got to see that, like, humans, I don't think mulligans very well, and I think that's, like, the real reason humans isn't just running over modern, because I think humans a lot of the time is just, like, the best deck, right? Like, it has some of the best conversion rates. It just consistently does well. It's been just very, very powerful. But the deck doesn't mulligan very well. I don't really know how to fix that. I've tried playing high numbers of Avacyn Pilgrim and stuff like that, but it just, like, hasn't come through. So, yeah, that's, like, my bit about humans. We're going to play Titan Shift next. If you're joining me on YouTube, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. And feel free to check out my other videos. See you later.